I am present at the countdown. Exactly. Hello. Welcome. Good to have y'all. Sapporo's already screaming. We just got here. Do you want to be let out, Sapporo? We can do that. You want to go? She meowed at the door. I opened it. And then she looked up at me like pupils dilated, that like sad puppy kind of look. And she was just like, meow. And like didn't go outside. Just continued sitting at the door. I don't know what she wants, man. I don't even know if she left. Hello, good to have y'all. Amethyst, happy 9 months. And thank you, Cece, as also happy 26 months. It feels like I haven't caught stream in a long time. School's been busy. Oh, I've had loads of fun outside, so it's not as bad. I always say, I think there's been a huge drop off in like stream viewership across everybody's channels. And I don't think that's a bad, I think that's a very good thing, actually. I think I'm happy we're all outside touching grass. I think it's very important. I also am one of those people who believes that content creation should never have become a full-time job for anybody. And so if people going outside and touching grass is like taking your engagement metrics and therefore ruining your career, like, I was about to say something really rude, but I didn't say it. So you can infer my opinion. Hi, Vivi. I just woke up, so this stream is a nice surprise. Hello, Hyde. Welcome. Everyone really sleeps tonight. Okay, yes. A lot of people are like, I'm going to bed early. Also very happy to hear that. We are streaming later than I have been since I've become unemployed. So a little bit different today in timing. I was like, I considered doing my normal stream time, and then I was like, I really need a nap. So I took a nap instead. Because recently I've been streaming earlier in the day to try and catch more US time zones. But honestly, it's fine. I'm just hanging out, man. And I hope you guys enjoy hanging out. And that's kind of all it is. You could hear the loud Katie Elmer. The silence is loud. Yeah, I just, you know, like there's a space for people to be content creators full time even, but there's actually a tweet that went by my timeline recently that was like, we can't all be content creators. I'm just saying, like, I agree with that. We can't all be content creators. Thought you quit a while back. You had a new job? Oh, no. I've just been unemployed. I've just been unemployed. Although technically to be unemployed, you have to be searching for a job. And I fully have not. I have not submitted a single job application. So, oh, it's midnight for you, Elmer. All right. I mean, it is bedtime, I think, for a lot of people, which is another reason I tried to stream earlier recently. But yeah, IRL friendship, more like collab content. Yeah, I literally, it makes me so mad. We're like, hey, want to collab? I'm like, what if we just played a game together and didn't stream it? How does that sound? I was like, it's been working a lot recently. Like, I'll plan collabs with people and then we'll all sit in VC together and be like, what if we didn't stream it though? And then everyone would be like, yeah, that sounds really good. And then we don't stream it. It all works out. The opposite has also happened, and I think that's also fun, where we all show up for the game night, and then one person is like, what if I streamed this? And then everyone's like, go for it, dude. And then we're just like streamed onto someone's channel. We're like, great. I don't know. I think the point is that we should all be more relaxed about it. Like, I don't know why it's become such a, I don't even know what the word is. Contrived, canned, fake ass, superstitial, performative. There are a lot of great words. None of them are quite right. All of them kind of approach the problem. So what if we do a cooking stream, but like offline, guys? What if we just meal prepped? Santiago, welcome. Let me say hi to people in chat also. YouTube side, we have Steffi, Elmer, Santiago. Am I missing anyone? I think that's it right now. Twitch, Akui, BB, Samius, Beltran, I just saw you recently, didn't I? Glacier, Saturn, Bruna, Lord Liquid Bacon, Amethyst, Quantico, Hyde, Aurora. Did I say hi to Aurora already? I think that's everyone I see in chat. Hello, welcome. Funny enough, I had a Uma Musume ribbon at SakuraCon, and the task for that was to give me a job referral. Then someone cosplaying in a bunny suit who worked for HR from a food company actually added me on LinkedIn. The line on the ribbon was "a stable career in this economy." That's very good, Akui. Actually, I realized I didn't put it in my YouTube title, but before we get into the book, I wanted to look through together today because it has like fun. I was like, this would be a really fun book to share, like the diagrams and illustrations for. Oh, this white balance is horrible. What do I look green? I look gray. Do you guys know I'm undead? Anyway, I just think it's like it's a really lovely book for the layout. So I wanted to take a look at it together. So we're going to read about a lot of plants today. Whoa, artisanal potatoes. Artisanal potatoes, guys. A whole double page spread on artisanal potatoes. Doesn't this just seem like a really fun book? I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing. Bugs in booze. Corn. There's a whole chapter on barley. Pine, Douglas firs, birch. There's like tree elderflowers, of course. Licorice, lemon balm, lemon verbena, cardamom. It's fun. I'm excited to show you guys this book. But before we get to the book, I wanted to show you guys what I got at SakuraCon, which is this big ass basket of things. Look at this. I didn't buy this at SakuraCon. My one of my roommates crochets a lot, and she made everybody massive Stardew Valley chickens. She was like, oh, but Ying is flying, so I can't make like it's literally, I'm not even exaggerating, the chickens are this big. They're this big, and then the heads are all the same size. The heads are all this. So it's like, imagine just like literally this big of a bird, and then it's got like the tiniest little head. They're so fucking cute. But she was like, I can't burden Ying with this large of an object to fly home with, so I got a normal sized chicken. But it's so cute. Oh, we rate her pretty often. If you guys remember Khan, I rated Khan a lot. The Khansta, the artist and ballerina Khan. Khan made this. Khan's been on such a crochet kick. It makes me really happy to see, actually. I did the heart pose. I did. Wait, oh, I see Akui and Beltran are connecting in chat. Yeah, I realized I didn't see Akui at SakuraCon. Which is weird because I looked through all of Artist Alley, so that can only mean I walked right past your booth. That's my bad. Sorry, I was in a hurry. Okay, but I figured we should go through the haul. The reason I thought of it suddenly and I wanted to bring it up was because Akui was talking about ribbons. And I think my proudest haul item is actually a stack of ribbons. Twisted Wonderland ribbons. It was from a stamp rally. There should be 7 here. Yes. 1 for each house. I'm very excited to show this to you guys. I speed ran that fucking stamp rally in like an hour and a half flat. And it's hard to speed run a Twisted Wonderland stamp rally because we like to yap with our artists because we're all community members together in like a fairly deep niche, I guess. And so we like to stand there and just like yap. And so there were a lot of lines where like there weren't a lot of people there, but the person in front of me was just like deeply engaged in conversation with the artist. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but I just need to buy this one print and get my stamp so I can get my prize. And I'm not here to yap today. So let me just, I'm sorry. Well, I'll talk you, this is a stamp, if you're unfamiliar with American artist alleys, because I don't know if other countries do stamp rallies the way that we do. There's a concept of stamp rallies in Western conventions. I think they're probably popular in other countries. I can only assume we got it from somewhere. But the idea is that like a bunch of fan artists of like the same fandoms will group up together and then do like a group prize, basically. So it's like if you go to each of these booths and you buy something, then they give you a stamp or a sticker. And then once you complete it, you can collect a prize that all of the artists worked on together. Well, usually all of the artists work on together. Sometimes it's just the organizer put something together. But the reason I really wanted this one is because there are 7 booths on the stamp rally, like 7 different Twisted Wonderland artists joined up together for this. And then there are 7 ribbons in the prize because there are 7 dorms in Twisted Wonderland. And then every single one of the ribbons was designed by a different artist participating in the rally. And it's just like rare that you find community events, I guess, where it's like such a balanced representation of the artists participating. Like I've done a lot of Twisted Wonderland stamp rallies. This is probably the most balanced, democratic, like everybody's participating kind of a like warm, fuzzy vibe. So I was really excited for this one. I was just really like ribbons. So who doesn't like ribbons? Tasty and Biscuits, hello, good night. Thank you everyone dropping by and saying good night. I think that's very cute. I was like, oh, I'm streaming later than usual today. I hope people are gonna be okay. Thank you for stopping by so I can say good night to you. It's what was it? What's the saying? We put the socialism and parasocialism. Our chat. Thank you for stopping by our chat. Just say good night to everybody. If you get all of them, you summon Shenron and make a wish. Yeah. I've seen it twice in events I've been to. I don't think they're that common over here. Oh, wait, Elma, remind me where over here is? I forget where you are. Don't mega dox yourself, though. A general vicinity is good. A continent is great. Meal prepping stream would rule. I feel like every cooking stream I've done has had some element of meal prepping in it, in the sense that I make a really large batch and then I take a week to eat it. But my next cooking stream that I want to do with you guys is actually, I have perfected finally my cabbage rolls recipe. So I'm going to show you guys how I make cabbage rolls. And for me, that's a meal prep thing because I make a whole big thing of them and it takes me literally a week to eat them. So we put the socialism and parasocialism, exactly. I just realized I left my butter out. Please go put your butter away. Cabbage rolls, welcome still, beige. Okay, let me fix my webcam really quick. We're literally just chatting today. I actually realized I want to do more just chatting streams. Like, wait, who was it who was laughing at me earlier for not wanting to yap? Bruna was like, you not wanting to yap? Yeah, listen, I would love to yap, but sometimes at conventions, my shopping day is always like the last day of con. I show up at like, I haven't done any shopping until this point. I show up at 10 a.m. Artist Alley closes at like fucking 3 p.m., 4 p.m., something like that. I only have like 5, maybe 6 hours to shop, and it's like hundreds of booths. So usually I'm rushing through. And so surprisingly, despite my nature, no, I don't want to yap. Like I want to, but I can't, you know? Also, these are all, literally every single one of these artists, I already own half of their catalog. I kept showing up like, I really hope you've made something new since the last time I bought something from you, because I don't know if I can complete the stamp rally if I have nothing new to buy. So that's what happens. That's what happens when you are a rabid fan and you have like 5 Twisted Wonderland Ita bags. That's an exaggeration. I have a Lilia bag. I have a Vil bag. Wait, that's it. Wait, I might have 2 Lilia. I have 2 Lilia bags. And then I have like 1 Vil bag and an extra Vil insert that I can switch into another bag. But functionally, I only have 2 Twisted Wonderland bags. So I don't really buy prints that often anymore. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys what I got. I should stop yapping and just show them. So you guys, do you see the new music video from Laura Shea? I saw it on my recommended Ultra Zero. I haven't clicked it yet. I'm saving it. But isn't it? It's for like a game or something. Like it looks like it's for something I don't recognize. I thought Ita bag takes ages to make. Oh, I have a lot. Yeah. I have a problem. Well, the way it works for me is because I don't really like maybe this is another controversial opinion. I've said a lot of things that might piss off my friends today. But one of the things, I'm going to continue to say things that might piss my friends off. I think artist alleys have gone the way of the devil. I think that when I first got into fandom, it used to be a lot of like tiny clay figurines, like small batch prints, locally printed. Nowadays, it's like, look at all of these pieces of plastic that we got manufactured in China. You're going to buy them. And then a year from now, you're going to change fandoms and you're going to be like, wow, all of this plastic trash, I guess it goes to the landfill. Like, that's where we've ended up. So I don't like Artist Alley as much as I used to. The reason I say it might piss off some of my friends is because a lot of my friends, like, they like to buy the plastic or they like to sell the plastic. And I'm like, you have to make your living. And there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. And I, agree with all of that. At the same time, I still don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that we have all bought into this tiny plastics economy. And so I have had to find ways to control my own behavior so that I don't buy into tiny plastics economy. And one of those ways is actually my ita bags. So like the rule is that I can only buy the tiny plastic if I have a place to put it where it actually gets either used or displayed. So if it goes in an ita bag, then like it's a bag. It has a functional purpose. I actually use those bags like as a normie, which is pretty crazy because I'll go get boba and I'm just like decked out in like Narukami Arashi. But it's fun. I think, the Marie Kondo mindset of like, if you love it, then display it. Like you should surround yourself with the things that you love. And so I think tiny plastics are like, if I can really make a good argument for why I want to buy the tiny plastic, then it's okay for me to buy the tiny plastic. But I have to really think about it. Akri says that's understandable, and I hate myself for that too. It's just we live in a society. You know what I mean? Like in the same way that I'm like full-time content creators shouldn't exist, and here I am literally jobless and like streaming. Not that I'm making enough money like or even close to it. Like I've like what are we? We're at 60 subscribers on Twitch. Like it's not a sustainable. I'm not doing it as a job. I'm doing it as a hobby that happens to bring in some side income, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys for subscribing. But the point is that like I can't say too much about it either because I would be a hypocrite. I buy the plastic. Whoa, Lord Liquid Bacon, thank you for the sub gift. Who got it? Ultra Zero X7, thank you for the sub gift. Welcome Ultra Zero to the clutch. Oh, I should make egg instead of heart. Tiny plastic greater than micro. That is true, Applebee's. Deck the yings in boughs of plastic. That's literally how it is. That's how it is. Steffi's like, speak your truth. Norio, this is not a gorilla stream, but I did set it up kind of last minute. And honestly, going forward, I might be streaming a lot more. The second YouTube channel has like low-key released me. Guys, you want to hear something crazy? Oh, Corin, happy. Holy fuck, 56 months, Corin. That's crazy. 56 months is crazy. Thank you for spending 56 months of your life with me. That's insane. I'm very happy to have been able to know you for this long now. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. More importantly, everyone thank Corin for moderating. It's been a long time since we've done a proper mod appreciation thing, I feel like, but never stop appreciating your mods. They're what make the community possible. I say it all the time. What was the crazy thing I was going to tell you guys? Oh, you want to hear something crazy? I'm going back to Genshin. And not just like a normal kind of going back to Genshin, because we all know I'm a balls to the wall kind of guy. Like it's a very go hard or go home kind of lifestyle that I live. I'm going to marathon Genshin Archon Quest next week. Every single day of next week, I'm going to be streaming 2 hours of Genshin motherfucking Impact. Okay, now hear me out. This was a planned return. I knew there would be a day. I mean, I always wanted to complete MSQ. I didn't think I would stream it again, though. And then I was like, I'm fucking unemployed. What is stopping me from spending 2 hours a day just streaming MSQ? Mirabellam's like, is that enough? No. I don't think 14 hours is... Okay, granted, I'm not as far behind as I thought, because I finished Fontaine, and I stopped there because Natlan was the thing that pissed me off enough to quit Genshin finally, right? And I've heard good things about Natlan, like not the characters, but the MSQ apparently has been, like, I feel like I've heard multiple people who are like, especially like Latin American people have been saying that the Mesopotamian and Aztec influence in the lore is actually really well written, and the world design, just not the characters. And I was like, okay, well, you guys made me curious enough that maybe I can forgive them. So that's why I'm actually not that far behind. Do you have a Genshin Holics anonymous? Anonymous sponsors are like illegal, aren't they? There are days where I'm like, I'm chaotic neutral. And the other days where I'm like, that's illegal. We can't do that. We contain multitudes. Active Glacier, that's exactly what I heard. So I heard Notland MSQ was better than everyone expected it to be, given how horrifically the characters were designed. And then 2 is that Nodcry was actually really good. So I always knew I wanted to, like, there was never a thought that I wasn't going to finish MSQ. It was just a question of whether I was going to stream it or not. So the crazy announcement is I guess I will attempt to stream it, and we're just going to fucking marathon it and see how far it goes. I might even I might even run it as a subathon, but we'll see. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Part of me is like, I don't want the Genshin audience. All love to everyone in chat who loves Genshin, but the people who only come here for Genshin, I'm a little like, you're not welcome here. Is it illegal if they never find out? It's still illegal. You don't get in trouble for it unless they find out, right? I would say hold your expectations for Notland MSQ. Okay. I mean, so what I was told to expect was that Notland MSQ is better than expected, which is not a ringing endorsement. It's simply it wasn't horrific type of endorsement. And then Nodcry was like actually good, is what I've heard. So Genshin audience is like, well, look who came crawling back. Not really though. Because have I ever left? I even still cosplay Genshin. My highest shrine on my bookshelf is still Genshin. Like the most elevated anime merchandise shrine, or gaming nerd merchandise shrine that I have. It's physically situated above my One Piece shrine. Is my Genshin shrine. Like there are things that piss me off about it. It doesn't change the parts that I loved about it. You know what I mean? I won't let them take it from me. You cannot have Venti. Venti is mine. Venti is ours. Venti is the people's Venti. Nothing you do, nothing Hoyo does is ever going to ruin Venti for me. I won't let them. I simply will not allow it. It's kind of like Harry Potter fans who are like, I won't let the fucking turf ruin what I loved about my childhood. Like, I can recognize the parts of it that are problematic and that I don't want to support anymore, and I can boycott starting now, and I can refuse to buy any more merch or like go to Harry Potter World, etc., etc. But it doesn't change like the resonance that I felt for the characters that I loved growing up. So it is Miaojiang impact. So true, Saturn. Well said. Okay, before my ice fucking melts, let's make our little drinky. I haven't drunk on stream in a hot minute. Maybe that's a slippery slope, because it was for a while. I did do a sobriety month a few years back because I was like, I think I'm drinking too much. Okay, let's make a little drinky, and then I'm gonna show and tell. Separate the art from the creator. I think separate from art from creator is kind of like separate fiction from reality. I think it's more complex than just that. And I like agree with the takes that it's an important thing we have to think about, that we can't just separate the artist from the creator. I recognize that. However, separate the artist from the creator. Like, do what you need to do. Just do it with your eyes wide open. Okay. Because we are reading this later, The Drunken Botanist, today I'm making, actually currently my favorite drink to make at home is, this is my homegrown English lavender. Look at my scuffed ass bottle label. Homegrown English lavender infused in London dry gin. Gin is really good for botanicals. So if you're into plants, if you like the flavor of herbs, if you like herbaceous things, I guess in Chinese we call it yao shan wei. I really like yao shan. So this is literally, it's just lavender. I grew on my patio, I let it sun dry, and then I crumble it into a bottle of London dry gin, and then it just sits there for like, I usually let it infuse about 3 weeks. It is delicious, Corin. Yeah, okay, it's good. No big spill. It was inelegant, but it was not a spill. I'm also really, as you guys know, I'm really lazy and I'm kind of a min-maxer. It's the minimalist in me. So the reason I like a gin and tonic is also because there's actually a lot of reasons. One thing is, this actually made me sound a little crazy maybe, but gin and tonics are low calorie. I couldn't even finish the sentence without laughing at myself. I understand how it sounds. But the thing is, right, like a lot of cocktails and drinks, like I know it sounds bad, but hear me out. A lot of drinks and cocktails and alcoholic beverages in general are really, I consider them empty calories. Like they are, I just want to be mindful about what I put in my body, and I don't want it to be like a waste of anything. So yes, I love an IPA, but if the fact that I like, when I down a beer, it's like what, like 1,000 calories. I'm like, is it so good that I have to think about the trade-offs and the marginal utility? Like the econ brain is coming online and it's just saying it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Once in a while, sure, but you can't have a beer every night. You know what I could have every night though? A gin and tonic, motherfucker. That being said, I really advise you don't have this every night. That's very bad for you. Please do not be having alcohol every night. That was my entire like slippery slope problem. I'm glad I did my little sobriety check, and now I limit myself to 2 or 3 nights of ideally social drinking, but I consider drinking on stream basically social drinking. A beer is how many calories? I mean, if you have like a fat, like a tall beer, it's like that's like 800 to 1,000 calories depending. Like that's real. They're crazy. A beer is crazy. People call it liquid bread for a reason. It's not going to stop me from drinking it, but I will drink less of it, you know? And I think, I don't know, I think those kinds of balances are like it's, you can think carefully about what you're ingesting and the caloric content of them without having an eating disorder. There's a balance. So anyway, I like gin and tonics because they are low guilt. They're low guilt, they taste good. It involves things that I literally grew myself at home, and I like herbal bitter things and botanicals, and gins, because they are well suited to that, gin and tonics are naturally also a great translation of it. So that's my little alcoholic rant for today. Alpha Yang Delete, thanks for the follow, welcome. I had no idea beers were that calorically dense. They're a lot. I mean, it depends on the how large your beer are. And as someone who really likes like, every time I talk about alcohol, I'm like, I understand how this sounds, and I promise I'm not one of those people, but I know I sound like them. I love an IPA. I like my beers hoppy. This means that I drink double IPAs and triple IPAs quite often. And I sound like a frat bro and a Silicon Valley tech bro, and that's okay. I've accepted my lot in life is to sound like a tech bro no matter what I do or say. Like, that's just how I am. I may just be a tech bro. That's just how it is. But when you have dippas and tippas, they're, because they're really high in alcohol content, they actually tend to serve them in movies like an IPA. Hear me out, okay? If you are a tea and coffee liker and wine liker, it's okay. No, let me put it this way. I think tea and coffee likers are predisposed to becoming wine enjoyers and IPA enjoyers because they have a lot of the same flavor and aromatic elements to the experience. Like, if you enjoy the mouthfeel and aroma of like very specific high quality tea leaves, for example, it's only a hop and a skip away from you enjoying the hops in an IPA. Like, they're the same. It's the same thing. Anyways, tech bro, you haven't talked about AI or crypto even once, and it's been 20 minutes. Yeah, whenever I bring up AI or crypto, it's to shit on it. But unfortunately, I do display, I admit, I think it's important that we're honest with ourselves, and I fully admit that I display many of the behavioral traits that AI and crypto bros also display. For example, when everyone got really into, again, I worked in Silicon Valley, so maybe this is just cultural, like it just rubs off on me geographically, but I fully admit, when people got really into like tonics in coffee, like people were having espresso tonics for a hot minute. They still are, but there was a period of time where it like suddenly got really popular. I wasn't in the first wave of adopters. I made fun of them. I was in the second wave of adopters. I started drinking them around 2017. And I think it started like 2016 that I started seeing it a lot. Straight black tea and coffee. Oh, your reaction to it being low calorie was the same as mine. Hop and a skip. Hop and a skip. Yep. That was fully unintentional. You're right. It was a hop and a skip. Okay, sorry. I'm actually not gonna apologize for yapping because that's literally what we do here. So instead, thank you guys for listening to me yap and yapping with me and drinking with me. Okay, I'm actually gonna start with the coolest part because I'm most excited. Wait, no, I have to start with the coolest part. You guys want to look at the... Oh, if you're on my Twitter, you'll have already seen this. Do you want to see the coolest thing I got? I didn't even buy it technically. Technically, it was a reward for purchasing, I think it was like $30 worth at this artist table. Well, this is Witch Hat Atelier. But by the way, can I get a show of hands? Has anyone watched the first 2 episodes? Oh, if you're already a manga reader, you don't have to raise your hand. I want to know who's getting into Witch Hat through the anime. Miwi is pretty good. I got to leave now. Oh, bye, Hyde. Oh, I hope your cat's okay. I've been holding off to binge. Yeah, it is a very bingeable experience, so I hope you enjoy it when you do binge. I want to soon. I've never read it. Oh, Akui, I'm actually surprised you never read it. I've been waiting to read the manga before watching it. The manga is so fucking good. Wait, actually, let me show you guys. It's not a spoiler panel. It's just a beautiful one. So hold on. Let me make sure I don't accidentally spoiler you guys. People talk a lot about Shirahama Sensei's paneling sense. Hold on, is this a spoiler? Let me just make sure. I mean, if you consider like any artwork a spoiler, then this is a spoiler, but I just want to show you guys one of the coolest 2-page spreads. Like, Shirahama says that one of her main influences is Art Deco, and I think it actually shows in her paneling a lot. I don't know. There are cooler spreads than this one for sure. This is the only one I can think of to show you guys that isn't like fucking full of spoilers. If you guys don't mind spoilers, I can show you one that I really liked on top of this. It's a pretty minor spoiler. Hold on. It's an Artco spread. So if you care about spoilers, close your eyes. I'll verbally signify to you when it's time. It's minor, very minor spoiler. Here you go. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough about paneling to put it in words, but having read a lot of manga in my lifetime, there's something about the dynamism and the way Shirahama Sensei is able to use her paneling to signify like perspective shifts in a way that isn't overwhelming or confusing. Like the fact that, for example, cutting from here to here to here to here, right? Like these are, on this panel, it becomes very clear that you're shifting to Agat's point of view. And then the way it looks like, it like feels like she moves from this page into, like breaking out through the panel into the splash here. It's just crazy. Like, it's just a crazy fucking, I've appreciated paneling for a lot of years, obviously, as a manga fan, but something about Shirahama Sensei's approach specifically, there's something special about it. Anyway, I think it shows that, like, you can really tell that she's an artist who's worked with Western comics a lot. Like, she's done stuff for, I think it was DC, was it? Or was it Marvel? I think it was Marvel. Wait, I'm forgetting. Anyways, she did a lot of Western, like, cover art. And I think that all of her art influences show in her style in a way that I think is just it makes it very unique to her, and I really like that. Gamyeon, yes, that's Witch Hat Atelier. If anyone is listening to this and you're like on the fence about Witch Hat, if you like reading manga, I suggest the manga still. Granted, we only have 2 episodes of the anime, so I can't really judge, but the manga is like insane. The adaptation for the anime, there are a few things they did really well. I think it's going to be good. I don't know for sure yet, but the manga is insane. It's just fucking insane. I think the best way to convince people like me to read the manga is that the magic system of this story is an extremely tight allegory to the process of craft and creation as human beings. And I think in the age of AI, it matters that we're telling stories about the importance of starting from being a beginner and then following your personal style and thinking about, like, what is something that I uniquely can bring into this world? Not to worry about copying other people, not to worry about you know, achieving success, however that might be conventionally defined, but thinking much more seriously about like, I don't have to follow the cookie cutter templated designated definition of what's good. What matters much more is what works for me, what brings me joy, and also what we can do in service for other people. Like, those are the questions that matter so much more than achievement and correctness and like skill, even, I would argue. So I just think that if that message resonates with you, then you're gonna love Witch Hat. Also, it's like woke hat atelier. There's like there's canon gay pairings. Like there's a canon sapphic pairing. There's a canon gay pairing. There's also what I believe a beautiful representation. I read Kifri and Ollie's dynamic as queer platonic personally. But I wouldn't mind if it was a romantic pairing. Like, I don't care. I don't think that's the part that matters. But I think there's a lot of really interesting representations of like queerness that aren't just like, people care too much about like, oh, it's a canon queer pairing, you know what I mean? But like, I'm still glad it's there. It's woke cat atelier, man. The way she covers disability, I can't say too much because there are spoilers, but just like trust that her depiction of various kinds of disability, whether that is like mobility or like vision related, you know, access related, right? There's a lot of it's just, I'm not gonna say too much. You have to read it. You have to read it or watch it, and then you'll see what we're all talking about. I cried over every volume of the manga so far. And a lot of it has had to do with the way she depicts accessibility. Kifri feels like Howl. I kind of see that. Yeah, Kifri has Howl vibes. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil you, Sammy's. You gotta watch it or read it. Anyways, this is the best thing I got at SakuraCon. Hands down. So to get this, it was really funny. You could buy this bookmark directly for $5, or you could get it for free for a $30 purchase. I had my friend Maru with me. Maru's also a huge Witch Hat fan. So I was like, here, let me show you what else I got from this artist. I was like, I can do it. I can make it to 30 easy. And the way I'm gonna do it is this beautiful. Okay, what did I say? You guys were like, oh, look who came crawling back to Genshin. Guess who never actually left Genshin, though? I stopped playing. I didn't leave the fandom. Look at this crazy art book. It's by the same artist who did this bookmark. And this art book is $25. This bookmark is $5. So I was like, oh, math? So I bought the art book. I bought the bookmark, and then I got a second free bookmark, and that I gave to Maru. So everybody was happy. It's incredible. There's probably already several out there. I'd like to see a story where the lead is queer in a queer relationship, but queerness isn't the focus of the main topic of the story, so it's fully normalized in the world. Weirdly, I've heard that, Blur's Toast, I've heard that about the summer Hikaru died. Like, it's an explicitly queer story, but it's not about the BL, right? Like, it's not about the queerness. It, like, features queer characters, like obviously canonically queer characters. It's not about their queerness, and I really liked that, actually. So bookmarks are nice, but the best bookmarks are always folding the page corner. Sammyus, that's the most like unhinged thing I've ever. Are you just trolling, or do you actually do that? Are you actually a psychopath, Sammyus? Girl Meth at its finest. It's free for 30. It's free. It's free, Rose. You get me. You understand me. Blueberry, hello. Venti, indeed. Also, I love that, like, this is the cover art that they chose for this. Also, please go check out the artist, Velvet_KT. I follow them on Twitter, but I think they probably have, like, other social media also. Look at this Tignari. Look at that. It's great. I love their art style so much. Also, you know what convinced me for this? I don't buy art books very often anymore, to be honest, because again, the Marie Kondo thing, surround yourself with the things you love. And the thing about art books is they're a little hard to display compared to prints, which you can just like hang and frame. But what convinced me about oh my god, look at these Aranaras. Look at these. The thing that convinced me for this art book was this. I want more artists to do this. There's a 2-page spread purely breaking down their like layout thought process, like the composition process, the rendering, like what they were thinking about when they put everything together. Like the same way I talk about my when I'm editing photography, I'll be like, so the reason I like frame the photo like this, and then I'm editing it so that these like yellows are more muted, but the greens pop out. There's a lot of intentionality in how a visual piece comes together, and I really like seeing, like, I want more of this. It also, I love that there's like a time also, which is crazy fast, by the way. Like, I have dabbled a little bit in digital art at a beginner level, and I feel like in 6 hours I would draw maybe just the line art. I would maybe make it to line art. That's about it, and it would look really bad. But again, as we were saying, you gotta be, what was it, the Jake quote from Adventure Time, to get good at something you have to first be really bad at it. Korean, right? I agree. I really want more artists to do something like this. So this spread is what convinced me to buy the art book. This spread and this cover convinced me. But yeah, I always love seeing sketch and behind the scenes stuff. Exactly. I feel like often artists will post like time lapses and things like that, but it's not often that you get like annotated, right? Like I want only a child to stand out, so I'm making them darker and more warm toned. But the background is too light and it's lacking depth, so I deepen the warm shadows of the background and make the blue shadow of the statue pop more. I don't know. I just like, I want more. Also, like looking at the color blocking approach here also, just to see, like, to decide on a palette, to see where the shadows fall. I don't know. It's just, as a beginner artist, it's mesmerizing to me. I really like to see. Also, just, I love art styles that like, I feel like simple is a diminutive. I don't mean it in that way, but I like art styles that are simple. I like the ones that like express a lot with very few lines. They're not like overly rendered. It's more stylized, but you can still really like feel the work. I was watching, I think Carrot doesn't stream that often anymore, but back when Carrot would stream more, she would like in 3 strokes have like the most expressive little emote, and it blew my mind every time. I'm like, someday I want to be that good. I might be like 80 when it happens, but it's okay. Someday I want to be that good. Crazy fucking art book. Anyway, I'm glad I bought it because it got me this. I want to buy that now. Akui understands. Akui, I feel like your art styles actually has some similarities to this artist's also. Like, you both have that like soft, warm texture. Look at this one, guys. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Holy shit. I like to think of concept art as the purest form of creators' ideas. Yeah, exactly. They don't like, especially with concept art, like you're not always like rendering it out and cleaning it up that much. Like what matters isn't the end result, it's the ideas you've communicated through it. So, God, I love this. I need to figure out how to display books more. I bought those like clear, like slanted book stands that people use at bookshops to display books. I'm gonna try and make some room around the house to like put more of these out and like cycle them through. So that my house can feel like an art exhibit. That's what I want it to feel like. Okay, anyway, that's this artist. So I'm glad I got to show you guys. Thank you for coming to my show and tell. I also found a Promare, not just an art book, but a comic, which I thought was very fun. This is the artist's handle, Lose Scribbles. I feel like in the year of our Lord 2026, being able to find a Promare fan comic sparks joy. One day you'll be a carrot. Thank you, Sammy's. Art books for film and TV stuff too. I agree, Blueberry. I feel like BTS. Did you guys see the Witch Hat Atelier BTS actually? The studio did like a tour. And one thing I like had never considered for an animation, Bug Films is the name of the studio. They commissioned a costume maker to make the witch hat cloaks. Like the full costumes are just like chilling on mannequins in the studio, and it's so that they can put it on and like swish it around and take video and photo reference of like how the fabrics would move. As a cosplayer, I was like, that makes so much sense. That's really cool. But yeah, Promare in 2026 is crazy, isn't it? Hey, Mr. Timos. I love Promare. Someone was like, there was a tweet, I think I saw it like years ago now, that was like, do you guys remember when Promare came out and everybody acted like it was the second coming of Christ? And I was like, what do you mean acted past tense? It's still the second coming of Christ to me. Speak for yourself. It's not a phase, Mom. Like, I will love Promare forever. Okay. Anyway, let's see what else is in here that I want to show you guys before we hit the... Oh! Look at this print my friend gave me. I screwed the corners up a little bit, which I feel a little bad about, but my friend Cam drew this. This is Cam's handle. Do you see? Sorry, there's like nail polish on this hand because I accidentally sliced my nail open and I have to seal it. That's why it's shiny. If time is non-linear, maybe it's the first coming. Jeremy Baramy, Samius, you're right. You're right. Moia's like, it's been forever since I heard Promare. Is Promare only an anime? It's a movie. Promare is just it's like a 2-hour movie. That's it. That's all we got. They had 2 OVAs, which were, I think they're just released with the Blu-ray. I don't think they ever aired or anything. You got to see it like in theaters. I think they would play it like before the movie. I7 in 2026. I was joking as I went that there's like, I go to convention gatherings if I'm cosplaying from that show, right? So like we went to the To Be Hero X gathering while Maru was in X. We went to the Haikyuu gathering on Sunday, but the gatherings I will go to no matter what, even if I'm not in costume, I go to the I7 gathering and I go to the Twisted Wonderland gathering. To me, it's like going to church. It's because I know I will find all of my friends there. And the funniest part is I showed up to the Idolish 7 gathering knowing I was going to find all of my friends there. And then I had 3 different friends come up to me at the gathering to be like, oh my God, Ying, you're here. I knew you would be here. That's why I came. Because I knew I would find you here. I was like, you see, it works. We got to go to church. Akui didn't know there were Promare OVAs. Yes, you can find them with the Blu-ray. I have like 3 different versions of the Blu-ray, and I think all of them have the OVAs. But yeah, this is my friend's art. We met through Idolish 7. I think I was in Gaku cosplay at the time. Yaoi Church? You're so right. It's basically Yaoi Church. Okay. I think Cam... Does Cam still organize the I7 Gathering? I think so. I think Cam still organizes the I7 Gathering. Cam is also one of the people who got me into Twisted Wonderland. So... much more accessible commitment I can take. Yeah, it's literally just one movie, Gamyeon. Okay, look at this is stuff I got for the stamp rally. These are different artists. These are different artists. This artist drew this ribbon also, and I went to them because of the Twisted stamp rally, I believe. Either that or the Witch Hat stamp rally. I didn't finish the Witch Hat. There were like 3 different Witch Hat stamp rallies. I didn't finish any of them, but I did them. Just look at their art style, dude. That's crazy. I don't think their handle is written anywhere. I don't know this artist's handle. Does anyone know? I bought a third, they had like a 3 for 40 deal, I think. I bought a 3rd print that was, it's a Sebastian print and I gave it to Maru. But, I don't know. Telepathic powers bestowed upon you by the power of God in anime. What for like, see, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like if you walk past a gathering and you're like, oh, like I have a friend that is really into this and I haven't seen them all con. I should stop by the gathering and see if I can find them in the crowd, and like always works without fail. I actually also don't have this artist handle, but this is one of the artists where like I own a bunch of their stuff. I don't own any of their prints, so this is my first time buying a print for the stamp rally mostly. But also, you see what I mean by like simple art? Simple again is like not quite the right word, because to achieve an art style that flows the way this one does, you would have to do just thousands of hours of practice to get here. This don't come easy. It don't come for free. I wish artists would put their handles, because I'm really bad at remembering. Well, I do have some cards, so maybe it's some of these. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm sorry. Wait, look at this. My friend got this for me. She was like, that's you. Correct. Okay. Look at this Witch Hat sticker. I got it at the gathering. Somebody was in I think a Keyfree cosplayer gave this to me. I really love going to gatherings and having just like a pocket full of little goodies to hand out. And this was one of the cutest ones. I, again, wish people would leave their handles on the back or something, because I don't know this person's handle or anything, but they just handed it to me. They were handed to me. I was so tempted to buy that print too. The unemployed one, Beltran. Wait, but you're not unemployed, right? I thought you were very employed. Oh, and then I got these at the To Be Hero X gathering. Isn't this queen one fucking funny? I want to cosplay her so bad, but her stupid pilgrim hat situation, I'm just like, I don't want to make a pilgrim hat. But she would be so fun to cosplay. I seriously thought about doing it for the music video. You are unemployed? I didn't know that, Beltran. Unemployed pals. And then this one it's just nice with his finger guns. Wait, it's not focusing. Please focus on the finger gun. Look at his finger guns. Nice. I was shooting with the cosplayers, and then for the nice, I was like, do you have like a, because we're doing video, I was like, do you have like a motion? And they were like, honestly, I've just been yeah, that's nice. That is what that nice wood. This is a really lovely, I was just yapping with this artist for so long that after a while I was like, I feel like I should buy a print. And then I looked up and it was like, this is basically literally my D&D character. So I play a druid. Oh, we ended that campaign actually because our DM wanted a break, but so it's on hold, I guess. But this is the character we created on stream together. They're named Wren, but they're actually it wouldn't be, this is the wrong bird, but they're a lovebird, Aarakocra, and polymorphed into a human. Human shape. Human shape. My DM kindly let me keep my fly speed. And they're a potioner poisoner because, as we know, all medicines are also poisons if used in the wrong amounts. Think about that. Let that sink in. So I play a potioner poisoner. If you play with another DM while you're on break, is that cheating? No, because it would be a different campaign. I guess if you brought the same character, maybe, but I wouldn't do that without asking my DM's permission also, especially because Ren had kind of a memory gimmick where my DM knew more about their story than I did. So Nice is so funny. Nice is so funny and so scary. I'm genuinely scared. There was an original before To Be Hero X? No, I don't think so. I think TBHX is like original animation. I think Ling wrote it as he directed it. Pharmacist is just one letter away from Pharmacist. Well said. Wait, I missed the Friends reference. I never watched Friends. Of course I missed the reference. Okay, wait, look at these. Some of you guys were asking, like, what are stamp rallies? Let me show you more examples of stamp rallies. So this one, I literally only got one stamp, but it was a Witch Hat Atelier one. They used the Mark T thing, which I thought was really cute. It was a tea-themed stamp rally, and the reason I didn't do this one is because I think most people stopped doing it after this. They had these beautiful glass mugs. I might have a photo I can show you guys. They had these gorgeous glass mugs, like huge. It was like so large, it was like a soup mug. I asked them, like the artist, I was like, do you have any do you have your own mug that I can take a photo of? They were like, yeah, here's my like personal mug. Hold on, this would have been Sunday, I believe. Oh my god, look at this Nyan Neko Sugar Girl cosplayer we met. Wait, that's not right. Oh, now it's zooming. Can you believe it? Nyan Neko Sugar Girls in the year of our Lord 2026. Insane. Let me... Oh, and this Ekubo. This Ekubo cosplayer was great. That's me. That's Ekubo. Where is this damn mug? I feel like I scrolled past it. Sorry. Oh! Look! It's a brush buddy or brush bug. I think if you read the fan translation, it's brush bug. If you read the official, it's brush buddy. Isn't it? It's huge. Look at how big this mug is. It's like a soup mug. It's insane. Anyways, they ran out of those really fast. So that's why people stopped doing the stamp rally after that. But honestly, the bookmarks and the coaster were all really cool as well. They only had like 2 coasters left by the time I was doing this too. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to finish it on time. So I gave up. But my friend got a stamp from them and they had a really cute like brush buddy stamp. So I kind of wanted to go just get the stamp. Anyway, this was another one. This was a stationery themed one. And their prizes were also really cool. I just ran out of time to do it all. And it had a spend requirement. And I was like, I don't think I can afford that. But there were only 4 and they were all in Artist Alley, which was good. Because some of them required you to go to exhibitors. And it was so... They held up the kit of like prizes you get. It was really impressive. The wax seal was crazy. The bookmarks are really cute, and the washi tape was really cute too. Like all of it was just like a little stationery set, which had themed. I loved it. I love a stamp rally. It just makes me really feel like that sense of community really comes through when a bunch of artists get together to do a stamp rally. You know what I mean? I used to drink tea out of a soup mug. Me too, Moia. It's just like the volume you could get from it. You know, you're like, this is so much tea. There was an MP100 fan art of Reagan, but as an SakuraCon artist, I think I saw that. Akui. I also saw a really funny Reagan, like a horny Reagan. I'm sorry, it's horny fan art of Reagan. Reagan himself was not horny, but the art was horny, if that makes sense. Look at these stickies. I feel like the frosted look is pretty rare to find for the clear stickers, so it's really good for scrapbooking. I don't really scrapbook. I junk journal. I think it's good to like make your junk journal look a little cuter. I think I've become a very like anti-aesthetics person. I mean, not anti, but like don't worry about the aesthetics kind of person. Oh, I got ibuprofen at Walgreens. Very important. When you're in cosplay, make sure you have ibuprofen on you. Very important haul item from SakuraCon. Reagan from Mob Psycho, yes. I need more soup mugs in my life. I agree. Ooh, let's assemble this one together. It's a one of the stamp rally things I got. Not a prize. I just bought it because I thought I was gonna do the stamp rally, and then I was like, I have to do the twisted one instead. So I completely abandoned my witch hat stamp rally. I wasn't gonna buy witch hat things because again, I was saying earlier, I was like, I don't really want to buy stuff I'm not gonna use. Like it feels really wasteful. And then my friend Maru was like, but you do have a place to put your witch hat stuff. And I was like, what? No, I'm like clear. I'm out of shrine space. Like I have nowhere. Oh, is it the other way? I think it's this way. I was like, I have nowhere to put my stuff if I get witch hat stuff. Like I can't build it a new shrine. I'm out of room. And then Maru was like, no. You have a tea collection, don't you? Have a teacup collection. And I was like, holy shit. You're so right. Cause like, hear me out, right? You see my teacups? This whole shelf row here is teacups. I can just put all of my witch hat things like around the teacups. And then the teacup collection is the witch hat shrine. And if you're a witch hat fan, you'll understand why that works. It just works. Because they have a lot of like tea and teacup related like visual imagery and also just like things in witch hat. Like a lot of the world building is around the mark tea. So Maru's a genius. Maru the con goer on your shoulder. Exactly. You don't put your short standees on top of your books. I don't feel like I can do that. It would be hard to dust. I dust my books. I dust my books like a freak. Anyway, so I think this guy, oh no, you guys can't see. Wakey. Oh, this camera's out of focus. Hello? Oh, it's fixed. Okay. One last look before I put it among the teacups. Isn't that cute? And then you can see, oh sorry, the other way. You can see them, like there's little papers on the stand. They're discussing spells, guys. Arco is designing a new spell. Who is this creature? Oh, for people who are not into witch hat, this is a brush buddy. There's not much else to say about it. It's a creature. It's a witch hat creature. The aesthetic makes me trust you and makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It just makes sense. They're very like here, let me describe it this way. If you're not into witch hat, because I feel like this imagery really brings it together. I've like convinced a few people to read witch hat based on this alone. Okay, so hear me out. The way the magic system works in Witch Hat Atelier is there are magic circles that you draw, and then if you close the circle, that's when the magic activates, basically. And so if you have a largely drawn spell but the circle is not closed, then it just is not doing anything. This is a very important mechanism in the world building. One of the ways this comes into play is when you make magical devices, you can make it so that like there are different parts of it that form parts of a circle, and then you do a certain thing to the device, like twist it or something, and then the circle closes, and then that's how it like turns on, basically. And so there is a teacup mechanism where, let me show you guys, right? Like the bottom rim of a saucer, by the way, this is Satsuma pottery if you're a teacup fan. This is my only Satsuma piece. the bottom of a saucer and the bottom of a teacup are both circles. And so they have a popular mechanism in Witch Hat Atelier where the bottom circle here is inscribed with like part of a magic circle, and then the bottom over here is inscribed with part of a magic circle. And then if you put your teacup down like that, it closes the circle and it activates the spell. And then the spell that activates is, because they drink a lot of herbal teas and like concoctions essentially, is it reconstitutes the herbs and tea or whatever you put in the tea in the vapor, like the mist that comes off of the tea. It like forms the shape of the herbs or the fruit or like whatever it is that you put into the tea. It's used multiple times as a device in the storytelling to illustrate like the whimsy and beauty of magic in this world. And there's also a lot. Isn't that good, Moia? Isn't that really, really cool? Yeah, exactly. That's why I've been telling a lot of people this specific example, because I think it convinces a lot of people to give Witch Hat a shot, because it's a very well thought out magic system that isn't just like a power scaling thing. You know what I mean? Like it's integrated into the world building and like the entire mood and the vibe of the story. So this is just one example. There's a lot of magical devices that they talk about in the, especially because one of the main characters, Ollie's, literally his specialty is in magic devices. So okay, let me put it back. Okay, and then I'll put the brush buddy in with it. Oh my god, he just fits right in. It just makes sense. Maru's a genius. And I don't have to dust it. It's so creative, isn't it? Okay, and then I got another brush buddy stand here. That's very, very cool. I feel I shall be converted. Gamyeon, I know we share tastes in storytelling. I know you're gonna love it. Even just like reading all your comments on the 1000 times resist playthroughs. By the way, if you guys have been watching those, I've been really enjoying everyone's comments. I was joking that like, joking on my private Twitter, the average word count of the comments you guys have been leaving me on the 1000 times resist playthrough is like probably above 500. Like every comment is an analytical essay with bullet points. It makes me so happy. Like, they're my favorite comments to read. I'm becoming very biased towards the gaming channel. Even though, like, every video gets, like, 100 views, I'm just like, these are the best 100 views of my life. Okay, this acrylic stand is assembled like this because it sits on the edge. So you can, like, put it over... you can put it over your, like, monitor or on the edge of a table, and it looks like the brush buddy has, like, spilled ink. So, the artist also gave me some adhesive... Wait, where'd it go? Did it fall out? The artist gave me some adhesive to use with it. I watched them put it into the bag. They were like, here's some adhesive so it can stick. Nah, it's whatever. I'll get my own. Not a big deal. But I was thinking to put it on my monitor. Let me see how that looks, actually. Where would it be least disruptive? Probably over here. Oh my god. Oh my god, it fell. That's why you need the adhesive here. I'm just gonna, for the time being, gonna put a piece of tape. I have double-sided tape here. It's just a temporary fix. I'm gonna show you guys one second. I'll turn the camera over. I'm literally just putting double-sided tape on the bottom. It's the white on the twisted card. Oh! Oh, thank you for spotting that, Akui. Yes, you're right. This was the adhesive they gave me. Okay, well, I guess let me just do this temporary fix and then do that afterwards. Okay, let me show you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Oh yeah, sorry. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's like he spilled ink into the recycle bin. That's so cute. That's so stinking cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love it. I love him. Sparks joy. I'm so glad I bought that. Everything was so expensive, but I'm so glad I bought this piece of plastic. Okay. Wait, is it just me or did the camera suddenly zoom out a lot? Was this camera always capable of being this zoomed out? Wait, what? Wait, have I been using my hand cam in zoomed in mode for... No fucking way. It only has one lens. Hi, guys. It only has one lens. Why did it? What? I didn't know it could. Huh? Bro, I'm so confused. I didn't know it could do that. I genuinely didn't know. I've been using this for so long. It's just my old Android phone. I use DroidCam OBS. Okay, well, great. Now you guys can see more. That's a good thing. The fuck? Anyway, shit. What the? This is such a wide field of view. I had been working with like this much space before. It might be the 0.5x zoom, but it's one lens. It doesn't have multiple lenses. This is like a, wait, does it? Oh, you're right. I think it changed lenses. How do I? It might have multiple lenses. I don't remember. This phone is kind of old. How do I, oh, I see a zoom. Sorry, this is probably really dizzying. Oh. Okay, so it's like, I think this is 1.0. Okay. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Okay. Okay, now we're back. All right. I think this is more clear. I think this camera is like, because the wide angle is so fuzzy. Watching your 1,000 times resist outros be progressively more stunned has been so fun to watch. It really, I feel like a meme. Like, you know those react channels where they're always like, all the time on their thumbnails? I feel like I just like, I'm just genuinely like, and then I look at myself in the recording and I'm like, I look like I'm memeing. Like I look like I'm performing shock, but genuinely, what the fuck? I'm so excited for their new game, guys. Sunset Visitors, what's it called? Convince Me You're Human. It's gonna be so good. I can feel it in my bones. I can fucking feel it in my bones. They already released behind the scenes, too. Look at this thing Maru made. It's made from a fat pipe cleaner. I didn't bring a little guy to SakuraCon, so this was my little guy during SakuraCon. And because it's pipe cleaner, you can, like, pose it. Yippee! Okay, anyway. Do you guys want to name him? What do you think his name should be? I love that he doesn't have eyes. It makes him more expressive. To be fair, this game will not let you not be shocked and mind blown all the time. It is built for that. It absolutely is. What should we name him, guys? Oh, I forgot. There's a surprise in here. In his bag. I don't even remember where I got this pin from, but we put it in the bag and I was like, oh my god, it's our little secret. It's our little secret pin. Blueberry? Wait, I love that, Steffi. And we have Blueberry in YouTube chat with us. We can name him Blueberry. We should name him, I got it. This is Bloob. Bloob, but spelled B-L-U-E-B. Blueberry! You're so right! You're so right. Bloob, short for blueberry, but bear, like, oh, sorry, Twitch chat can't see. YouTube side, Steffi said blueberry, but the bear is like teddy bear. Blueberry. Ha 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 ha. Applebee's got it. Applebee's got it. He has Kodak. Oh yeah, it's his little camera bag. It's a little camera bag. So cute. Okay. Cool. Another ribbon. What is it? Oh, wait, I have to show you guys. So this guy was like one of our hallway neighbors, the guy who gave us this ribbon. We literally kept running into him in the elevator. It was just like non-stop. I was like, what are the chances we keep running into the same guy in the elevator? But we kept doing it. This guy, look at his cosplay. I think it's a very inside joke. Like, you have to have been at SakuraCon to understand this joke. I feel like if you're in the con scene, you might have heard about what happened. But I saw him at the Hotel Lounge Fest. Yeah, literally, we saw him in the elevator, I think 3 times. So eventually he was like, here, let me give you guys this ribbon. So the story goes, if you don't know what's going on here, in 2025, last year's SakuraCon, there was a fire in the Cheesecake Factory. And the Cheesecake Factory is unfortunately basically situated right underneath or next to the convention center. The smoke from this fire made it so that they had to shut down Artist Alley for like a whole day, which you can imagine is not very good for a convention where a lot of people go literally just for Artist Alley, and a lot of artists have paid hundreds of dollars to be there. So it was a bad time. It was a really bad time. Hilariously, it was my third FireCon. I've been to 3 FireCons now. If a con has a fire, we call it a FireCon. This was my third FireCon. My first FireCon was KatsuCon 2016. There was a fire. They had to evacuate the entire Gaylord Hotel. I was in a flimsy Love Live, like summer yukata set. Umi. I was cosplaying Umi, Love Live. And our entire group, like, we scattered to the 4 winds. I couldn't find the group after. There was no signal. It was below freezing outside, and we were in summer yukata, idolized summer yukata. I was so cold. That was my first FireCon. My second FireCon was ALA 2019 or 2020, one of those years. I think 2020. No, it was 2019. ALA 2019, someone set fire to their ex's car. It was horrific. It was like in the parking lot of the hotel they were at. It was bad. It was really bad. And yeah. Is he okay? Oh, this guy, Steffi, the guy who was cosplay, it's a cosplay. It's a joke. He's fine. Apparently, okay, the story goes, the reason he was cosplaying, Makira, happy 51 months. You joined stream to the FireCon story, because we were talking about this guy. He looks like he's not okay. He's okay. It's a costume. The reason he like, part of the reason he cosplays this is because he worked at Cheesecake Factory when this happened last year. So it's like especially personal for him. But anyway, that's why the ribbon. What did I come back to? Severus, you came back to the FireCon story time. You know. Okay, I have another Brush Buddy thing. I bought a lot of Brush Buddy stuff. This one is fun because it's plastic that enables more plastic. I'll show you guys what I mean. It's a carabiner, which, like, haha, yes, funny. I'm sapphic, so I use carabiners, whatever. This is a carabiner, and it has little holes for you to hang more charms from. So it's like a display carabiner. You like put it on a bag handle or whatever, and you can put more charms on it. Isn't that cute? So I was like, I could get. Is there an Ochi 3 in Witch Hat? I guess I could Ollie Keyfree and another Brush Buddy or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I just think it's really cute. Did it smell of burnt cheesecake? It honestly just smelled of burn, Gamyeon. It just smelled like fire. It's just fire. I missed the link between carabiners and sapphic people. Oh, so one of the ways lesbians will flag themselves is because the nail polish thing doesn't work anymore. You wear a carabiner on your front belt loop with your like house keys or whatever. I don't know how this became a flag. I honestly never looked into it. I just know it is one. I know, and I learned the hard way because I was doing it. And then my friends were like, "Oh," and I was like, "What? Why are you saying it like that?" They were like, "It's a flag," and I was like, "This is convenient. That's why." And they were like, "Stolen valor." I was like, I mean, I guess I am sapphic, so it's not. I'm not a lesbian, but I am. Okay, I won't do it anymore. But yeah, that's a. Here, do you guys want peely porn? Let's do it. Today I learned about that. Thanks to you're so welcome, Enmei. All right, here we go. Peel time. Let me see if I can get the mic pointed like straight at it. Hold on. Okay. Is it focusing? Hello? Okay. Oh, there you go. You're welcome. And I gave that to you for free. You didn't even have to pay for that peely porn, guys. I am a benevolent, giving ruler of my domain. Give me one more. Acrylic films always confuse me so much. It's like hard to. Oh, here we go. A little gunk at the end of the peel. Yeah. You know the good stuff. Oh, Mirabelle, thank you for the Prime sub. Was that to pay for the peely porn? I won't say no to volunteered payment in exchange for peely porn. Is my YouTube stream gonna get muted? For saying the word porn so many times. Thank you, all mother. You're so welcome, child. All right, one more. One more peely porn. Here we go, round 2. Thank you for the sub, Mira. I appreciate it. Okay. Yippee! God, look how glistening it is. Oh my goodness. Look at our little guy. Okay. Cool. I got, oh, another, it's a Brush Buddy. It's like an angry Brush Buddy sticker. Angie. I just love it when people illustrate it like it's a cat, because that's how Shirahama Sensei draws the Brush Buddies as well. I have a Lilia sticky that says #1 dad. This is actually, Maru got this for me from an artist who doesn't sell these stickers. We met them in line for the Sawano Hiroyuki Sawano concert, and they handed us a sticker. It was like a To Be Hero X sticker. And then I guess Maru like became friends with them after. Yeah, they're like internet friends now. So Maru like specifically requested they print one of their artworks as a sticker for me. So this is like very special. This is a very special sticker, guys. You can't just buy this one. Money can't buy that sticker. And then, oh, this one has a matching. This was another artist where I had a lot of their other stuff. I think these charms I hadn't seen before. So this one. And again, this was like one of those 3 for whatever deals. There you go. So it's Commander Lilia, and then Dorm Uniform Lilia, and then Vil also. And I specifically wanted, hold on, why is it all weird? Okay. Look at, the reason I was like super enamored with this is like, look at this. Look at the hues in this gem. It's like the colors of his weapon that he uses. It's so cool. Isn't that fucking fire? I love it when artists put like an inordinate amount of effort into tiny details like this. Like choosing this gem must have taken time. Like that must have... It's so nice. The iridescence in it is like perfect for Lilia. I love it. And what a unique art style. It just makes me happy. Just sparks joy. Okay, those are going in my Ita bag. I will make room for them. And then... Ah, I have more twisted stuff. You can tell I took... The stamp rally I took the most seriously was the twisted one. Thankfully, I have the artist for this one because the card is included. This is the artist's handle. And then let me show you what I got from them. A lot of it is like a 3-4 whatever deal, so I always end up getting 2 Lilias and a Vil. Or sometimes it'll be like a Lilia, an eel for a friend, and a Vil. I've actually been thinking about streaming twisted events again. But... recently the events have all been kind of low-key, so I'm okay not streaming it. I miss the days of like when we read the entire Bean story on stream. It took me quite a while actually, but it was good. Not sure if you stopped by my friend Persimmony in the exhibit hall. They have a ton of twisted stuff. I would assume Persimmony was on the stamp rally, right? Oh, they're not. Then I didn't. I only went to the stamp rally thing. I was very, like, tunnel vision. I didn't have time. We had to check out at the hotel and stuff. I was in a rush. But I'll have to keep an eye out for... That's a familiar name, though. I feel like I might have seen them anyway. It's actually very likely. Let me throw these plastics away. I always feel so bad about all the packaging. Like, I feel bad about the plastic and I feel bad about the packaging, but... I gotta stop. I gotta fucking stop. I gotta stop. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me, guys? You guys are gonna stop me. You're fucking enablers. Chat's enablers. My friends who shop with me are enablers. I need to feel so much guilt about consumerism and capitalism that I stop. Okay, this was a gotcha, actually. Wait, I just realized silver's is sparkly. I didn't notice. The other two are not. Only silver has the glitter. Because everyone else is just plain. But this was a gotcha pull. they had it was like it was like $10 a pull or something like that. And then the pity system was every 3 pulls, your 4th is a guarantee. And then you pull by dorm. So you don't have to like, you're not pulling out of all of the cast. You'll be like, I want Diasomnia. And then you only pick Dia. So then if you could just get all 4 Diasomnia and guarantee that for yourself also for like $40. But we pulled and we got, I think we got Sebek first. And then the artist let us exchange it after we pulled like a bunch more times. They were like, out of pity, I'll let you switch the Sebek for a Malleus. So I gave Malleus to Maru again. And then we have Silver and Lilia. Silver I was going to give to a friend. And then Bill. So I got the father-son duo and then everyone's favorite model. Okay, the dinosaurs would be happy to know their bodies are protecting such wonderful treasures. I don't know about that, man. I don't think that's I don't think that's how that works, but you know, whatever delusions we have to feed ourselves. Ooh, can I get a show of hands? Kavetham fans? Show of hands. Any Kavetham fans? You're gonna love this. Kavetham fans, hello? Wakey wakey, I have something for you. You're gonna want to pay attention. That's part of what stops me from buying some stuff that in the space I don't have. Exactly, Gamyeon. Yeah, that's been my problem as well. It's like if I can't think of a place to put it, then I can't get it. Akui's like, hello. My friend wants to buy the Twisted manga. The propaganda worked. I'm like, Disney's not officially on the boycott list. Disney Plus is. But it does complicate a lot of my decisions. I'm like, I really should try not to give Disney any money, and that includes Twisted. Okay, you guys ready for this? This is what was it called? A Victorian letter? There was a name for it, this specific folding style. And the artist hand-folded all of these themselves. So, you open it in a counterclockwise order. So it's like, I'll hate them walking home, Kave walking home. I'll hate them walking home, Kave walking home. And then you can see their keys. It's them and their keys. And then you take, the artist has to like show me how to open it. You take hold of their house keys and then you pull it open. Isn't that crazy? And then it's all their like pictures of their domestic life together. It just makes me so happy. And the story, I like haven't really looked into it yet, but the story the artist told me was that this is like how Victorians used to send love letters to each other. This specific way of folding it. And I think you have to just go counterclockwise. Yeah, okay. And then tuck it in. It's like, how long do these take to fold? And the artist's eyes just like rolled into the back of their head. You need to get that for the Alhaitham Kabe shipper. Yeah, is the artist's name on, fuck. Wait, I bought something else from this artist. What was it? I bought something else from them. I think it might have been this artist. I think it might have been the same. Wait, is that right? I'm actually not sure. It might be. I'm like vaguely remembering I got 2 printed goods from this artist. And they were both like book style things. So this might be the same artist. Let's compare art styles real quick. Although it's always hard to tell. You know, it's possible. It's possible. It's extremely possible, I think. I think it might be the same artist. If anyone wants to fact check me, this is the handle. Hilariously, I actually bought this from my roommate who doesn't play Genshin, which sounds crazy. But my roommate Natsu has read, I think, maybe every single Kavetham fanfic on AO3. Like, I think they have exhaustively read the entire archive. And I was like, you're telling me you read all this Kavitham and you don't even know who they are like in game? Like you've never played the game. And they were just like, I just really like their character dynamic. Like I've learned who they are through the fan fiction. So funny. You just looked at the booth. Okay, Akui, thank you for confirming. Okay, in that case, if you would like to, I don't know if they sell these online, but if you want to check it out, this is the artist. Okay, I'm glad I remembered that it was the same artist because it bothers me a lot when I can't remember which handle goes with which. This is my Wellbutrin. I stopped, quick medication update, guys. I stopped taking my Wellbutrin. This is gonna be hella TMI. Like biological function TMI. But one of the known side effects of Wellbutrin is like bowel issues. So I already, as somebody who has probably I have IBS, it's hard to tell. Let's just say it made it like 50 times worse. That actually wasn't the worst part. The worst part of the Wellbutrin situation, like side effect, I was only like 5 days in. The worst side effect I experienced was something that nobody warned me about. I had to look it up and then I had to find like Reddit threads from people going like, yeah, I also experienced this and it's not well documented. My period went fucking crazy. Like it went crazy. It was the best way I can describe it is like usually normally for most people, it takes about 5 days to get through your period, to eject all of the tissue from your body, right? I speed ran my period. That's what it felt like. Like I was like bleeding out. Like every 2 hours, if I did not replace my pad, it was leaking. Like it was that bad. And these are intense like pads, you know, like they're not like thin little things. No, this is like heavy flow stuff. Anyway, that's what I meant by biological function TMI. So if you were considering Wellbutrin, just know that that's a possible side effect that nobody thought to warn me about. And I guess if you are not a person who has periods, then I'm jealous because this was very disturbing. I literally was like, am I dying? Like every 2 years, every 2 hours, I was going to the bathroom and just like looking and being like, do I need to go to the hospital? Also, SakuraCon, you can donate blood during SakuraCon, so it's become a tradition in my friend group. And so I had signed up to donate blood the day after this was happening to me. And I was like, are they gonna turn me away because I lost too much blood already? Like, finishing it, okay, to be fair, Vivastro, I think finishing it early is not a bad thing. The problem is, like, can you imagine having 2 days of your period where you have to change your pad every 2 hours? No. Ying Reads, welcome back. Long time no see. Your laptop decided to abandon you. What does that mean? It broke? I'm sorry. That sounds really stressful. Donating blood. Isn't that cool okay, hear me out. Okay, the way SakuraCon advertises their blood drive is really cute. They're like, oh, you're an anime fan? Have you ever wanted to be, you should be the protagonist. Like, be the hero. Save lives. Come donate blood at SakuraCon. I think that is so cute and so smart, and I'm really happy they advertise it that way. I think it's really cute. It's like very cute marketing, and it worked on me. I did indeed want to go be the hero. Amor SP, thanks for following. I thought you already followed. I feel like you're a regular here. What does it mean Amor followed you? Welcome. Can you donate that blood? If only we could retrieve it. Wanted to say hello to Yang. Hello, Amor. Good to see you. But yeah, so I think more anime conventions should do blood drives. I think it's really cool. They had, the day that I went, we were the last day. It was Saturday. They did blood drive Friday and Saturday. So funny. I was talking to the nurses, and one of them was like, I was like, oh, didn't you guys also do day 3? Because it's like Friday's day 1, Saturday's day 2, Sunday's day 3. I was like, didn't you guys used to do the blood drive on day 3 also? And they were like, we had to stop doing the blood drive on day 3 because people kept showing up sleep deprived, malnourished, dehydrated, and hungover. They were like, by day 3 of the con, people were not okay, and we would like test them, and they were not passing the like requirements. I was like, yeah, malnourished, dehydrated, and hungover does sound like anime convention day 3. Amar says that's the type in Twitch I followed on Twitter. Oh, okay, that's fair. I guess that's why your username is so familiar to me. My local con should do the same since there's so many people. Yeah, I really think it's a cool idea. It's like a high concentration of people who are relatively young and able-bodied. Like, I think a lot of us would be eligible to donate. Maru had a really funny experience. I always skip right by. I'm not anemic, but I'm low iron. And so they do the pinprick test on your finger to like check your iron levels, and you can get disqualified at that step even if you're signed up. And I always scrape right. I think the bottom threshold you have to cross is like 12.5, and I clocked in at 13, which is what I'm used to. I'm usually like 12.9, 13. I donate every 6 months or so, or every year at least. And then Maru did it, and they came in at I think 12.1, and so it failed the iron test. And then their nurse was really funny. They were like, okay. We're going to do one more finger. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold a magnet. She was like, it's okay. We can figure this out. I'll hold a magnet to your other finger. We'll draw all of the iron towards your fingertip. And then you just have to sit there. You just have to manifest more iron in your finger. Because Maru was like so sad they couldn't donate, you know? So the nurse was like, we'll figure this out. We'll do it. And then it fucking worked. Maru like manifested more iron in their second finger. The second pinprick test actually worked. When the will to donate meets anime convention going too hard. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you should go hard at an anime convention while you're still able to. I just thought that was a really funny story. I was like, I kept hearing them like, there was like, oh, and there were like sad noises, and I was like looking over, my nurse and I were like looking over at them like, what's going on? And then Maru proceeded to beat everybody else's blood donation time. I'm already a pretty fast bleeder. I was very dehydrated, so I was like slower than usual. I'm already a pretty fast like blood pumper. I always get a comment, like they'll stick me. I always get 2 comments when I donate blood. I think any nurses can actually tell even when I just hold my arm out over here. I hold my arm out and then they go tap, tap, tap. Good vein. That's the first comment I get from the nurse. And then they stick me and then they go, oh, we got a bleeder. Every time I've donated blood, there's like 3 things that happen. 1 is I barely passed the iron test and they go, ooh, close call, you made it though. And then 2 is they go, good vein. And then 3 is we got a bleeder. So I just think it's funny every time. So I think of myself as fast. But Maru fucking, I got completely defeated. I was very dehydrated, but I got completely defeated. I was like 4 minutes. No, I was just over 5 minutes, something like that. Maru clocked in at like 4.5 minutes, and it turned out to be the day record, like the record for the day, which I didn't know they were tracking how long it was taking to donate blood. That day I learned. But before Maru, it was like a 4-minute 35-second thing. Before Maru, the fastest person was 4 minutes 39 seconds. And so Maru was also their last person of the day. So they were like, oh my God, you beat the record. And then, I don't know, I just think it's cute. I think it's really fun. I think we should all do blood drives at conventions more often. It's just fun. Vampire approved. Yeah, I went last year as Lilia. Like in Lilia cosplay, I donated blood. And that was really fun. Because I brought Malleus. Maru was in Malleus cosplay that year. So I was like, oh my God, father and son blood donation. And like Lilia has this whole like, I'm a vampire thing. He never says that, right? But he's always like insinuating it. He's a bat. He's a bat, not a vampire. I came here only to say hello. It's 1:30 a.m. Oh no, good luck, Rafi. Sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. I'm not able to donate, but I'm glad there are a lot of people who can. Yeah, I think that's the thing is like a lot of people are not. The requirements to donate are actually quite stringent. And there's a lot of medications. I actually had to check my fucking Wellbutrin. I was like, I couldn't find ADHD meds on the list. But Wellbutrin is an antidepressant, so I wanted to double check with them. I'm taking it for ADHD reasons, but when they gave it to me, they were like, oh, beware that one of the possible side effects of Wellbutrin is thoughts of suicide. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, it's also an antidepressant. And I was like, oh, because antidepressants are known. Because it turns out when you hand a depressed person executive function, sometimes that's like their dysfunction is the one thing between them and carrying out plans, you know what I mean? So it's important to know. So I was like, oh shit. Thankfully then I'm not in one of those phases of my life right now, but there was a time where that would have been a concern. Look at this artist's Honkai Impact 3rd fans, wake up. I need to show you. Look. Isn't that beautiful? I was like, I have to. And then I had a very short yapping session with the artist because I was like, I don't like to be like, do you know who I am? You know what I mean? But there's one exception, which is when I meet Honkai Impact 3rd artists in the wild, I'll be like, do you know that one Aponia fan song? And they're like, yeah, I listen to it a lot. And I'm always like, I wrote that. Like, it's like the one flex basically that I like to do is like, I just need you to know. I just feel like Honkai Impact 3rd is such a small fandom that we like enjoy meeting each other in the wild. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many of us, so we have to band together. But yeah, I really love this Banzhang art. And then this was also the shine on her hair, like the metallic sheen on it was so lovely. I had to get it. The same artist also drew Queen, and then there was also, I think I got an X sticker as well. Oh no, Maru got the X sticker, but there was like a 4 for something deal, so Maru just took that one. And then I think this is the artist's card, if I'm not mistaken. There's a ribbon. Oh yeah. There's this ribbon also, this nice ribbon. Don't you just want to go ape shit? If you haven't watched To Be Hero X, if you're a Link Click or Sawa no Hiroyuki fan and you haven't watched To Be Hero X, you have to watch To Be Hero X. You have to. It's like a signed reading. Like, you're a fake Howling or Sawano fan if you don't watch To Be Hero X. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Especially Sawano fans. People don't even know what they're missing out on. The only thing holding me back from donating more is my very irrational fear of hospital needles. Oh, I got over my fear of needles by forcing myself to, it was like exposure therapy. I forced myself to watch them sticking me because I used to like look away, and then they always go for, oh, you can actually see the mark. This was the entry point. I had recently gotten a blood test as well, but I guess that didn't leave a mark. I forced myself to watch it. It does hurt a little more, but it made me more okay with the needle because there was like a coolness about it. There was like a, you know how like kids are really into gross things? Like, it felt like it activated that part of my brain. Like the same part of my brain that as a child I would be like, look at this worm. Ooh, I'm gonna like burn some ants with my magnifying glass. Like, kids are really fucked up in that way. I feel like it activated that part of my brain watching the needle go into my arm. My friend did the dub for Little Johnny, so I'm obligated to watch it in English. I have the opposite problem, Akwi. Now that I have more English voice actor friends than before, I cannot watch English dubs anymore because I'll hear them. I played Octopath Traveler the first game in English and I loved the English dub. The second game I had to play in Japanese. First of all, because it had a lot of my favorite voice actors, but second of all, because I like knew some of the voice actors and I was like, I fucking can't, bro. Like, I can't take this seriously because like that's literally my friend. Like, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just switched to Japanese dub. I don't really, I guess you can go either way, but I was very like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Okay, I have a few more. Oh, I have another Lilia enamel pin, and then this is a witch hat lanyard. I really like the way they did the like the diamond pattern on it. Show you guys. Everyone who's friends with Alejandro, I can imagine he's on like everything. Isn't this gorgeous? I feel like the print quality really captured this particular blue gradient. Really enjoyed that. And then the art style, like the chibi style, is very, I think it's well suited for a lanyard print. So I think it's double-sided as well. Yeah. So for my eventual witch hat Ita bag, I try to have a lanyard for every Ita bag. I think I'm doing okay on that. I have an i7 one, I have a Promare one. Do I have a twisted lanyard? I might not have a twisted lanyard, but yeah. It's like a half problem because I feel that way too, but I also get curious how different they are. Oh, it's like, I guess, like I'll still go out of my way to listen to Toma's English lines, like for Christian. But it's a weird feeling. It's just, I can't, like, especially, I don't know. It's like when it's a character you find really attractive, especially, and then it's like your friend. It feels so, like when I was first listening to Toma, it was fine because we weren't friends yet. Now we're friends. And so I think Christian just tweeted that like he's officially back as Toma because they were recasting a bunch of the Genshin characters, but they brought Christian Banis back for Toma's part. And I was just like, I'm gonna feel literally so weird. I'm gonna feel so weird listening to, but I'm gonna do it. I have to. Like, my duty as a friend and Toma fan is that I have to. That being said, I'm going to feel very, very strange. Okay. Snap Erica says, you're so eccentric. Me? Am I? I actually feel like I'm quite normie core. I'm like a loud normie. That's actually probably not right. I probably am pretty eccentric, actually. But yeah, that's, you know what? That's a... I'll accept that adjective designation if it was about me. I can, it's not... I don't know how I feel about it, but... I guess that's fine. I think my dream is to be like that eccentric geezer that lives in the mountains and everyone thinks I'm a witch. That's like my goal in life. I want to retire into the mountains. It's such a problem to have with husbando characters. Yeah! That was another, like, oh my god, what's his face? He
voiced Hikari in Octopath. That was like the main reason I couldn't play it in English. Fuck, what's Howard? Howard played Hikari, and I actually didn't realize at first. Like, I listened to Hikari's lines, and I was like in the character select menu, because you have to choose in Octopath. You have to choose a starter character, but you play everyone's stories equally. But you start with one of them, and it determines your play order. And I was just like, that just sounds. He just sounds so familiar. He just sounds so familiar. Same reason I can't listen to English dub for 天官赐福 is because Howard is Xie Lian. That's just like it's just an odd feeling. Like I'm that's the difference also with Thomas. Like, I'm actually close with Christian. The others we're more acquaintances, you know. I'm like not really that close with that many voice actors. We just like I just know them now, and it's just a different feeling. Oh, here's the chicken again. Oh, the like official SakuraCon badges this year, the lanyards were witch hat lanyards, which I thought was really cute. It was interesting. There were two piles of lanyards. One of them was witch hat, and there was another one that was like, I don't know, like JJK or something. There was like a second lanyard of a prominent shonen show. And I was just looking at our volunteer who was checking us in, because they like pick a lanyard out of the two piles and hand it to you. I was like staring them down. Like, are you going to hand me if they didn't hand me the witch hat one, I would have stopped them, you know, but I was just like fucking watching them. And then I don't know what it was, but something about our group walking up, like, must have been the way we seem. Bro took one look at us and handed all of us witch hat lanyards. And I was like, you get it, brother. Like, you understand. I've never been more happy to be probably racially profiled. It was great. Cute chicken, right, Gamyeon? I wonder, okay, I think I have a photo of the massive chickens. They were sitting in the hotel room, like, in a row. Sorry, I need to make sure you guys can't see what I'm scrolling through. 1 second. Oh wait, I have to show you guys Twisted Enjoyers. This tray was at the Twisted Wonderland gathering, and he brought a Minecraft pickaxe, and I just thought that was so funny. It was so funny. And they had a like a marshmallow plushie skewer thing, and they were roasting it over Grimm's ears. Like, that's a Grimm plushie with the flame ears, and then he was like roasting the marshmallows over them. It was so cute. I love it. 55 in Lao can be read as haha. So do Lao people online laugh with the 55555 then? Rin? Also, thanks for the resub. Happy 55 months. Hi, Mom. I'm trying to find the chickens for you guys. I found it. Guys, look. This is the little one that's on top. It's this one. Look at these fucking... Sorry, it keeps doing funny. Okay. Look at the proportions on this thing. That's all chicken and little head. Just a little head. It's so funny. They all have the same sized head, but their bodies are just drastically different sizes. Girl, that's a ball. It's a chunky chicken, Corin, exactly. Those fuck ass fat birds. Yeah. They're so huge and their heads are so small. Exactly, Gavion. I love it. There's a really funny photo. I can't show it to you guys because like I have friends who don't want their faces on the internet, and they were taking a selfie where like it's one of the selfies where you just turn on the selfie cam, and then like everybody like looks over it, and then you take a selfie like from this angle. You know, we have one of those, but like with the chickens like looking into the camera like that. It's really cute. Do you know the artist? My friend made these. She is an artist. I can't access my keyboard right now. Let me drag it out 1 second. It's Con's handle. We raid Con a lot Twitch side, so I think my Twitch chat probably knows her. Sorry, I'm trying to type the Consta. Wait, am I a fake Con fan? Is that not her handle? It's not letting me tag it here. I'll find her Twitter for you guys instead. 1 second. Con, for those of you who are Danmei fans, Con is a really big Danmei artist. Okay, here's Con's Twitter. Yeah, Corin got it. Here you go. Con, exactly, Corin. Con. We love Con in this house. But yeah, me, Maru, and Mero always room for SakuraCon. That's our tradition. We're like we have a little weekly C-drama watch party. So we just call it C-drama group. C-drama group retreat to SakuraCon. But Con made me this, and Con made it smaller than everyone else's so that it would fit in my luggage. That rings a bell. You might have retweeted them at some point. Yeah, I feel like I retweet Con a lot. Yeah, Con's art is so lovely. I really enjoy it. It's really like soft and flowy. Okay, is there anything else I want to show you guys? Oh, Maru got these for me. Look at the husbands. I think that's it, guys. Oh, no, I got one more. I gotta show you guys. This is very important. Oh, there's also a bunch of ribbons here. And more artist cards and a Shmish key thing I need to give Natsu. So there was one of our friends. Hold on, I can find their Instagram. One of Maru's friends that I met this con. They're like Yuri on Ice friends, I think, from that fandom. So this is a long time ago now. Shit, what's their name? Let me look at my following. Can I sort my following based on like most recent or why is Instagram so unusable? It's Kickter? I don't know how to spell it. Kickter? Oh! Sorry, I opened Instagram to search for Kickter's profile and I just saw okay, you guys have to see it. Here you go. I left a link in both chats. You just have... That's very good. Oh my god, I can't stop watching it. Look away. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm sweating a little. What did I come here to do? Oh, I was gonna find the Keyfree cosplayer. Kickter. Akui and Severus just like, oh! How do I spell Kickter? They're so character accurate too. Why can't I find... Oh, I found Kickter. Okay, so Kickter cosplayed Keyfree. Oh, I guess they didn't post any photos of him yet. Well, keep an eye on their Old Man Yowie! I love geezers. I am myself also a geezer. Anyway, this is Kickter's profile. Kickter was cosplaying just a beautiful Keyfree. They had like everything was handcrafted. It was beautiful. Anyways, I was like complimenting their cosplay, saying meeting Maru's friends, etc. And then they were like, out of their cape. Let me switch cameras. I need to show you the gesture. They had like the Keyfree cape on, and then they were like, do you want to say hi to Brush Buddy? I think they said Brush Bug. Do you want to say hi to Brush Bug? And I was like, I would love to say hi to Brush Bug. And then like the cape parts and like a little white worm on a string comes out over here. And they have a hand on the string. And they're just like, yeah, do you want to give the brush bug a head pat? I was like, I like reach in and I'm like trying to like pat the brush bug, and then because they have the hand on the string, they tug on the string, and so the brush bug's head goes like nope, and it like ducks back into like the hand. I'm just like, oh, I think he's a little shy. It was such a, like, you could tell they had really practiced the routine. It was so cute, guys. I was like, and then they were like, don't worry, you can have a brush bug of your own. And then they handed me my own personal worm on a string. So that's what this is. It was like a little goodie bag. There's like a grandma candy in it. A white worm on a string. And then a little magic circle. And this is their Instagram, I think. But this is, as I was telling you guys earlier, if you don't close the magic circle, then it doesn't activate. So when Witch Hat fans give each other magic circles, like printed out or drawn, we don't close the circle. It's so cute. Little interactions like that is like why I really enjoy. I almost have more fun, like more than getting into costume, I have more fun thinking about what little gifts I want to prepare to give out when I'm at con. I think the most fun I ever had was when I was cosplaying Deuce. I was doing Masquerade, Deuce. Look at this little guy. This is so cute. The idea of using a white worm on a string as a brush buddy is like so smart. That's so smart. Anyways, as Deuce, I got a bunch of like egg gummies, and then because he had a cape, and then I pinned a bunch of eggs to the inside of my cape, and then every time somebody was like, I love your Deuce, I would pause and be like, can I interest you in an egg? It was always so fun. I would hand them an egg after. It was great. So fun. It's like, that's the kind of, like, I think sometimes people forget that the word cosplay has the word play in it. We need to be fucking playing, guys. We can't be so serious. Life, it ain't all that serious. We gotta take it easy. Be a little silly. What's the point? What's the point if we're not being a little silly? Okay, this is my last thing to show you guys. This is the artist's information. And then I also bought this for my junk journaling. It's like stacks and stacks and stacks of like vegetable washi tape stickers. They all have faces. Isn't this so good? I'm sorry, there's something, look at this bamboo shoot. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. I think it's so good. It's so charming. I love little gimmicks like those too, Gamian. I think that's where you get that sense of like magical community from, right? I don't really understand how this works. So I guess do you just like unstick them from the tape? I've never gotten a roll of stickers like this. Or do you just, oh, they just, yeah. Okay, so I guess they all disconnect. You literally, they're just all taped on top of each other. Okay, all right, sure. They look so ditto. They are very ditto coated. The quality was really bad, so I couldn't tell what was on the little doll's head. And I was like, why is he wearing panties? Oh, this one. Yeah, I also said that. I was like, oh, panties? I said it quietly enough. I don't think Maru heard me. We're good. Flying under the radar. Okay, that was my show and tell. It took a little longer than I expected, but par for the course on this stream. Was that fun? I guess your opinion doesn't matter. I'm going to force you to look at my con haul whether you like it or not. But no, more seriously, if you enjoy them, I can do them more. But, oh, there's more ribbons here. Let me see. Oh, look, there's a Doomed Yaoi ribbon. I got any Hollow Stars fans here? RIP. Hollow Stars fans. That's my fave. And if you had any taste, he'd be your fave too. Some little Diosomnia stickers. I just didn't think it had ears. Yeah, I agree. I also was like, panties? Another Lilia sticker. I own so many stickers and keychains from this specific artist. This tea room was really cool. Highly recommend going. It's near Pike Place Market. Oh, and then I got this for my roommate. Oh no! One sticker got displaced. My roommate really likes Shmishki. There were actually I saw so many different Shmishki sticker sheets. I was a little bit like, Wait, is this like a trend I'm not knowing about? I didn't know shmishkis were that popular right now. But literally I was like, usually I buy the first one I can find, and this time I bought this, and then I kept seeing more. I didn't know shmishki was hot like that. Oh, and then I promised I was going to show you guys the Twisted Wonderland. Let's do it in order. Let's do it in order. Hold on. Can I even remember the fucking order? Wait. Am I a real fan? Is it like... Okay, no. I think I got it. I think I got it. Is that right? Okay. I think I got the order right. So this is the Hearts Labule ribbon. And like, again, this is the Stamp Rally prize, and every single one of these artists contributed one ribbon design. Little paper roses. Yeah, Haka's covers are really fun. Haka's a very great vocalist. And he's also just funny. Like, bro is so unhinged, and he's also so genuinely sweet. Like, I think it's hard to find VTubers that like genuinely love and adore their audience and like are grateful for what their audience gives them. I have rarely seen as genuine of a VTuber as Haka is. Okay, anyway. This is Hearts Labule. This is Scarabia. Octavinelle, which I thought was this one was probably my favorite actually because of the explicit mafia reference. They are very like Italian mob coded. Sleeping with the fishes. It just felt so accurate. Mooney, hello, welcome. This is Scarabia. Scarabia. What am I saying? Scarabian Nights. Pomfior. Wait, there's a hair on it. Bote. 100. I love everyone's art style is so good. It's so lovely. I actually haven't finished book 7 yet. Look how the sheen on this is purple also. Isn't that crazy? Fucking insane. Just fucking insane. Anyway. Okay, yeah, these are ribbons. These are all ribbons. I don't have a Twisted Shrine. Like, surprisingly, I don't have a Twisted Wonderland Shrine. I just have a bunch of Ita bags. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I like want to display these somewhere, but I don't have a Twisted Shrine. I might redo one of my cork boards here to be a Twisted Corner. I haven't committed to it yet, but I love the texture of the ribbons, Mooney. Yeah, I like to just feel it. I want to put them on display in a way that doesn't compromise the quality. Yeah, we'll see. Uggy. Oh, I wonder, do you think the colors here correspond with which ribbon they contributed? Like, did Quest Neo draw Hearts Labule and Wild Branch is purple, so is that the Pomfiora one? That's probably it, right? Like the circle color probably designates which ribbon they drew. That makes sense. That's really cool. I hope that's true. Okay. This is my, the proudest thing. Oh shit, where'd it go? Oh no, where'd I put it? My proudest achievements at the convention were the bookmark and oh, there it is. My favoriteest things were the ribbons and the bookmark. Also, you should, I don't know if I can show you like the, oh, this light isn't strong enough. Let me get a, do you see that? Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy. I think that's fucking insane. The fact that this bookmark projects like a beautifully clear image. It's like a stained glass window. It's crazy. It's so crazy, dude. I literally, if I ever lose this bookmark, I'll kill myself. JP doesn't have ribbon culture, even though they'd be perfect for it. Yeah, you're right. Ribbon culture is also pretty new to the West, though, because it used to be like only an ALA and I think ANYC thing, right? And then it like metastasized from there. Isn't that cool? I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are. I discovered it on accident because the other day I was on my way to Three's house and I have to take transit to go to Three. And Three hosted dinner yesterday. It was so delicious. It was so fucking good. Three, can I show them some of the dishes that you made? They were so good. I was on the way to Three's and I was reading manga on the train, as you do. And then the sun came through the window and like this happened just totally accidentally. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, crazy. It was so crazy. I was like, oh my God, nature is so beautiful. Okay, let me show you what Three made for us. I really like this dish. This was lamb bacon and fiddlehead fern. I actually didn't know you could just like eat fiddlehead fern like that. I mean, I had it in Taiwan, but it's like a different fern. And then was this yuzi fish roe grated over the top, like cured fish roe. And then this salmon looks fucking raw. It's not. This salmon is sorry, I was like so scared when I saw the map pop up. I didn't want to dox you. The salmon looks raw. It's poached in oil. So it makes it, it was like really extremely tender. Like if you stuck your chopsticks into it, it just disintegrates. And then there was a wagyu dish. So this was like a mushroom dashi with morels and shiitake. And then there's the Chinese leeks. So good. It was so good. It was so fucking good. Three is a very good chef. And then I took a bunch of the stuff that Three used to cure this. It was a salmon that you cured, right? I took the cure, like the salt and sugar mix, and I've been curing egg yolks in it. I just started them today, so they need a few more days. Thanks for feeding us, Three. You'd have to make your way up the peninsula from down there, but if you want, I could host something while you're here. Oh! All right, when Akui's next in town. Okay, let me get these out of the way so we can read a little bit about alcohol. Time to fly out from Brazil to the... Severus, you should come visit! You should come visit. It would be fun. Okay. We've even done meetups for like when regulars are in town, so don't be shy. It's what was it? We put the socialism in parasocialism. Honestly, it's the virtue of having like a smaller chat and community, right? Like it's small and tight knit enough that you can actually, I'm not like, I know none of you guys are stalkers. I'm still gonna be careful, obviously, but like it's a very different kind of calculus from when I was like averaging 300 CCV and getting like 50k views on every YouTube video. Like it's just different now. Kind of prefer it, honestly. Again, like we were saying in the very beginning of this stream, like I don't believe content creation should be a job. Oh, there was also a Haikyuu stamp rally, which I think they handed to us because we were in Haikyuu cosplay at the time. But yeah. Okay. Let me get... where'd I put the bookmark? I think I just shoved it in the fucking... Okay, I'll use something else as a bookmark temporarily. Alright. Oh, I also got this... There's a pretty famous bookstore in Seattle near Pike Place Market. What's it called? Half something... Not half price book. It was like... I'm forgetting the bookstore name, but it's just near Pike Place Market. I think it might technically be in across the street from the market. Anyway, I got a zine on forestry and tribal sovereignty. I feel like radical bookstores are a really good place to get specifically zines because books you can technically get anywhere. Zines have a very local availability to them. So, and this one looks like really well put together. It was like the culmination of a long period of research too. We don't need to worry about one of you finding us and shooting or stabbing us. Exactly. There's like, how many people are even... There's like 50 people in chat right now. If you add in YouTube 60 people in chat right now. Like, what are you guys gonna do to us? It's fun though. I like it. I wish visiting the U.S. wasn't so troublesome right now. Yeah. There were a lot of people, actually a lot of Canadians usually go to SakuraCon because like Vancouver and Seattle are like this, right? Like they're only 3-hour drive away from each other. So usually I meet more Vancouverites at SakuraCon than I do Seattleites. And this year was like, just really obviously there were a lot of Vancouverites missing. Like Rin didn't even go this year. So, where are the Canadians? It's because Trump is scary. I can't blame them. People really like fiddlehead ferns in my neck of the woods. I don't remember if I've ever tasted them. Oh, the first time I had fiddlehead ferns like as a food. Sorry, I realized I need to fix my mic. First time I had it as a food was in Taiwan, and I really enjoyed those. In Taiwan, it's like an indigenous, like Taiwanese indigenous, as in before the Han Chinese showed up and took over through the Kuomintang. There's like tribal regions in Taiwan still, and the area that's close to Sun Moon Lake, I forget what the tribe is called, but they have fiddlehead fern. It's called guomao. They call it guomao, and like every restaurant was serving it. It was delicious, so tender. You could stir fry it. I had it as a salad. I had it poached. It was delicious. And they were like, before you can even see the twists of the fiddlehead, they were like the itty bitty, like shushuto, like fuzzy parts from the baby sprouts of the fern. Yeah, huge thing in Taiwan. It was also, I didn't know until I went myself. Turns out it's an indigenous cuisine thing, which is fun. Okay, let's read The Drunken Botanist. I think I'm gonna have you guys maybe vote on which one to start with. It's a big book, so I'm obviously not going to read all of it, but it's split into 3 parts, it looks like. So we have the twin alchemical processes of fermentation and distillation from which wine, beer, and spirits issue forth. And then it's like alphabetical from agave to wheat. And then more obscure sources of alcohol. I think I'm more interested in this, like weird alcohols. Part 2 then goes into like suffuse our creation. So probably like infusions, like the ones that, like I was telling you guys, I make my own lavender. I also like to do tea infusions. Again, gin and tonic. Gins are just good for infusions, like botanical infusions in general. So I like to use teas. Jasmine tea and Earl Grey tea both infuse beautifully in a gin. Like it's insane. So this is the infusions part. And then part 3 is we venture into the garden where we encounter a seasonal array of botanical mixers and garnishes. Oh, okay, cool. Mixers and garnishes. So I'm most interested in the weird sources of alcohol. Maybe we start there. I can just bring this back whenever I feel like doing a just chatting and drinking stream with you guys. So I'm sure you guys will see this book a lot more if it goes well. 111. Strange Brews. Anime Revo is expensive, and don't feel bad if you want to skip. Everybody keeps telling me Anime Revo is not good too. Like all the Vancouverites are like, don't come. They're like, come, but like just come to visit your friends. Don't come for Anime Revo. Seems like my birth country and my adoptive country share a plant. Oh, ferns are actually indigenous in Canada. I mean, I feel like there are ferns all over the world, right? Like it's just there's all kinds of ferns. So. Okay. A stiff drink can be made from more than barley and grapes. Some of the most extraordinary and obscure plants have been fermented and distilled. A few of these are dangerous, some are downright bizarre, and one is as ancient as dinosaurs, but each represents a unique cultural contribution to our global drinking traditions. All right, maybe we'll pick a few and have you guys vote. Banana? You can distill banana? Wait. The Cavendish is a banana? Is the One Piece character named after bananas? Is the canonically most beautiful character of One Piece, second most beautiful character of One Piece named after, I forgot about Boa Hancock for a moment. The canonically second most beautiful character of One Piece is named after the banana? I didn't know that. Most of us have only ever eaten one kind of banana, the Cavendish. So like, that's the banana. That's the one banana we've been eating. Banana liquor is a thing. I didn't... And the train of thought is so fast. Glacier, that's on ADHD. Okay, so we have banana. I don't even know what a cashew apple is. Cashew apple, cassava. Bugs. Honeybees. Well, this paper is actually really thin. This book is really thick. Sora, I do like banana ketchup. I'm a banana ketchup fan. Date palm. You can distill dates? I don't like that it says Israel. Do you guys remember when people were trying to spread disinformation that Discord was Israeli owned? And then people were like, did you forget that Palestinians hold Israeli passports? Oh my god. Anyway, that was a day. That was one of those days where I was like, I shouldn't be on Twitter today. Like, I need to be offline. Cashew apple is what cashews grow on. I didn't know that. I didn't fucking know that. Cashew apple. Cashew tree is a close relative to poison ivy. I didn't know that. Okay, well, we'll put this on the poll. Here, let's set up the poll. MV Personas, hello. I thought the drinks were already made. I actually high-key made the drink first. This is my my English lavender. I grew this lavender on my own balcony. English lavender is better for drinks. French lavender is better for perfumes and oils. So I like to grow English lavender. And then it infuses really well in the gin, and the bitterness is all nullified by the tonic. That's what makes a G&T really special to me. So that's what we made today. We made it's literally just tonic water, and I just use like Costco London Dry, like Kirkland signature brand London Dry gin infused with my homegrown lavender. It tastes divine. Like if you're a lavender enjoyer, you will like it, unless you're really against like any bitterness in your drinks. I find the bitterness of a gin and tonic to be very mild and refreshing, but I have occasionally given, because the other thing I really like to infuse, again, botanicals, right? I like to infuse my homegrown chrysanthemums. Actually, we'll do that as my second drink. I'll down this and I'll go make a second drink. Oh, but I'm out of chilled tonic water. That's okay. Maybe I won't then. But my homegrown chrysanthemums I will also infuse in gin. Did I forget to do that this year? Because I'm like finishing this batch right now because it's lavender season. So I'm about to get a fresh harvest of lavender. I might have forgotten to make last year's batch of chrysanthemum gin and gin infusions. But it goes really well. It tastes like a chrysanthemum tea, but like alcoholic. And I've had multiple people tell me, I think the lavenders come out sweeter. The chrysanthemums come out really medicinal. And so people will drink it and they'll be like, well, I get the floral, but I'm also really getting the herbal. And they make that face where I'm like, oh, I guess you don't like it. Discord is Arab owned. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I was setting up the poll. Okay, cool. Don't blame the dates for where they were born. It's not. I just don't like that they call it Israel. It's not their fault for where they're born, but we can choose what we call it. Okay. Cashew apple. Oh wait, which one? And then cashew apple. I'm gonna run the YouTube poll first this time. We have cassava. We're just voting for what we want to read. Date palm, because some of these are pretty long, so like before we commit, I want to make sure you guys are actually interested. Date palm, jackfruit, monkey puzzle. Oh, it's a conifer. I've never heard of this. Let's put monkey puzzle in the poll. I'm so sorry. I almost typed monkey pizzle, and that sounds like a bad thing. I don't know what it would be, but probably something piss related. Oh, wild parsnip is a weed across much of North America and in Europe. Its foliage can cause serious blistering rashes. I didn't know that. Wild parsnip can cause rashes? I had no idea. That's really cool. Ooh, yeah, prickly pear. My mom has prickly pear in her backyard, and I learned the hard way not to try and pick those with just gloves. You have to use like really like tongs and stuff. I was like, ow! It was bad. Oh, strawberry tree. We have these just like growing in cities and stuff around here. It was so confusing to me because it was like, okay, those are our three options. Okay, let me set up the Twitch poll also. How do I do this? Which one to read? Cashew apple. apple, monkey puzzle, and strawberry tree. Okay, here you go. Both polls are now started. There's a relative of the carrot that's wild that will burn you with its sap? Parsnip isn't too far off from carrots botanically. Yeah, which is why I was like, I didn't know that about carrots either. That's a nice keyword. Thank you. I really like this one. I think it's a red dragon. Yeah, it is. It's a red dragon. I had previously a Corsair keyboard, I think, because I wanted a full keyboard back then. I realized now I wasn't using the numpad very much and it was taking up a lot of desk space. But now that I don't have the numpad anymore, I honestly miss it. Except what I miss it for is like VTuber triggers, and I don't really VTube anymore. I would use my numpad for all of my emotes and animations, and that was good. But I don't do that anymore. That being said, I do have 2 different models in commission like right now. They were supposed to get done last year, and then like I fell off like giving feedback, so I need to follow up on those. But I feel like I stepped into an episode of the Apothecary Diaries. Honestly, there's a reason I love Mama. I love Mama a lot. Girl after my own heart. What was I saying earlier? That medicines in a different dosage become poisons. I really love botanicals. I love herbs. I love plants. I really want to do like a wilderness retreat where it's just me and a bunch of like field guides about like California native plants, and I like by hook or by crook I learned to forage. Like that's like I feel like we all have really unreasonable fantasies that are extremely dangerous and we should never do. And my unreasonable, very dangerous fantasy is to just disappear into the Californian wilderness and like forage. Poll just ended. Twitch side, we want strawberry tree on Twitch, and then YouTube is split. We actually have more votes on YouTube side than Twitch side. Twitch has 2 votes for strawberry tree. Oh, it closes in 1 minute. If any more Twitch people want to put a vote in, you're being outvoted by YouTube right now, which doesn't happen often, and I'm very impressed actually. Yeah, different parts of one plant. Exactly, Gamyeon. When I found out that potatoes are in the nightshade family, I was like, what? That's crazy. I think I told you guys the story of how I found out, right? I grow potatoes in a planter. Next to the planter, I have mint growing. And one time, my roommate called me. I was like out, and my roommate and Meow, Natsu and Meow, called me. They were like, we want to get some mint to garnish this cocktail we're making right now. Which one is the mint plant? And I like described the planter, and then they did it, and they sent me a photo after. And then I didn't look at it until after they finished drinking it. I looked at the photo, and I was like, that's not, like, the leaves you plucked were not the mint. Like, what leaves are those? I was staring at them. I was like, I think those are potato leaves. And then they were like, oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, it was cute. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's fine. Like, it's just potato leaves, you know? I look it up after, because I was like, is there a chance that you can't eat potato leaves? I just like they're potato leaves, you know? It feels really innocuous. I Googled it, and they were like, yeah, so potato leaves are part of the deadly nightshade family. I was like, did you eat the leaves? I have something very important that you need to know. But they didn't. It was just a garnish, so it's fine. But still, I was like, that's very funny. That could have been very not funny, but it was very funny. And have some fun cooking with rhubarb. Oh, sorry, I used it. Yeah, I also used it for number entering. I actually really do miss my numpad. But maybe I can just get, you know, those like things that artists use that are just like a separate numpad looking thing. Like maybe I can just get a separate numpad keyboard and plug it in when I need it. It would be more modular that way, which I think is a good thing, because that full-size keyboard was honestly just so big. My personal preference is actually a 10 keyless, but I couldn't find like this color palette is so nice, right? And I really wanted this kind of a muted green and brown look, and I don't want to make a custom keyboard. That is such a slippery slope. I refuse. And they just don't have a TKL version of this. They only had the 65%, so I settled for a 65%. I don't like volume dials anymore, because part of the reason I had to replace my Corsair keyboard was because the dial broke. I find them quite flaky. So You can eat potato leaves. My mom gets them a lot. For some reason, I don't like eating. You can't eat you can eat them in small amounts for potato leaves, is what I learned. Yeah. You can get someone else to make it for you. That's still a slippery slope. That's still I don't want to do it. What do you want, Sapporo? Yes. You want to come hang out? You want to come sit here? I got a big fat chair. Oh, nope, she left. She just straight up turned her back on me. Okay, so what vote? The Strawberry Tree got 2 votes. Oh, Sputnik, happy 20 stream streak. YouTube voted... Holy shit, you guys outvoted Twitch by like a lot. I'm kind of stunlocked. That's never happened in this chat before. Cool. Twitch has 3 votes. 2 votes for Strawberry Tree. And then, in that case, I think YouTube dramatically outvotes them because we have 7 votes YouTube side, 57% of which are for Cashew Apple. So I think only 1 vote went to Strawberry Tree. So I think it's Cashew Apple. Cool. Let's do it. Ooh, prickly pear syrup. I can actually make this. I can steal my mom's prickly pear. She's not home. Well, she don't know can't hurt her. Like how I beheaded all of her roses to make rose jam. She's really excited. Okay. Slightly thrifty option. Have a keyboard layer where if you press like left or right shift, you can map letter keys to numbers. Honestly, that kind of stresses me out. I see the vision thought. I don't think I could do it. I think I would be stressed out. Can't agree. I've looked at pretty keyboards and that just triggers too much want. Yeah, and I'm like, this is not the kind of hobby like an unemployed person should be getting into. My income right now is genuinely, it's just the like, I think I get like 150 a month from Twitch and like maybe 100 a month from YouTube if I'm lucky. So my income is $250 a month right now. That's not even groceries, guys. But I am grateful to have groceries covered. It makes a big difference, actually. Okay, let's read it. Cashew Apple Anacardiaceae. It's like internet and utilities. It's barely even utilities, actually. Yeah. Most people have never taken a cashew nut out of its shell. There's a good reason for this. The cashew tree is a close relative to poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. Like its cousins, it excretes a nasty rash-inducing oil called urushiol. The shells have to be carefully steamed open to extract the edible urushiol-free nut inside. I learned that a lot of our indigenous people here in California, for poison oak, we call it guardian. They call it guardian oak because it's like a... how was it phrased to me? It was like poison oak is kind of an indictment. Like you're kind of accusing through the name, you're accusing the plant of being the aggressor when it's a boundary plant. Like it's establishing a boundary. And so they call it guardian oak instead because it's less incriminating. It's less I'm pointing a finger at this plant and calling it evil, which I think is an interesting, I like that thought process a lot. So I've also started saying guardian oak, even though it makes me sound really pretentious. Kind of like how I say Gouda instead of Gouda. Or Porsche instead of Porsche. Huge discovery. We can make our own boba. Yeah. Oh, it's a really, like, I don't enjoy the process, though. It gets really messy. I've joined a fun employed gang last month, and I'm slowly... Oh, no, Vive, I'm sorry! It sounds like it was an involuntary fun employment, in which case I'm sorry. Wait, 30 bobas? Oh, yeah, the monthly income. I like the measuring it in bobas, Tauruses. In this house, we say jalapeno like Jollibee. Oh, like jalapeno? Chipotle? I think I've told you guys this story once before when I was staying around in the UK and my neighbors were arguing loudly in the hallway over whether it was pronounced Chipotle or Chipotle. And then they interrupted my League game to ask me. They were like, oh, isn't this person Californian? I like heard that entire conversation. I opened the door before they even had a chance to knock. Jollibee. I was kind of asked to leave so that I didn't get a fired status. And at that point I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're already applying though, Vivastro. Good luck with your job hunt. Is Ying congested? I think I always am nowadays. Very funny way to ask the question though, Mooney. Is Ying congested? I have like permanent sinus issues now. I think COVID did it. I think it's like a long COVID symptom or something. Chipotle. Okay. The nut hangs from a small fruit called the cashew apple. In botanical terms, the cashew apple is actually a pseudo fruit because it does not contain any seed. Pseudo fruit because it does not contain any seed. The real fruit is the cashew nut hanging below it. Wait, what? Wait, so the fruit's like separated from... Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Wait, so those are the cashews? And that's the apple? What the fuck? That's what cashews look like? It just hangs at the the cashew fruit is literally the nuts? And it dangles underneath like a ball sack. Oh my god, you can't even make it up. That's so good. Okay. This fruit, which is also free of the nauseous oil, is used in India to make a fermented drink called feni. I don't know how to pronounce that. Huh. Otherwise really green when harvested. It's the nutsack, Akui, exactly. Larichu, I agree. I'm mind blown. They were keeping this from us? Yeah. Who's they, though? They were keeping it from us. The fuck? No, Mooney, don't apologize. That was very funny. I don't know why I know so much about something that will kill me. Yeah, they did say it was poison. Wait, so... Wait, so the fruit... The fruit isn't poisonous, but like the rest of the tree is? Ah! Okay. The cashew tree, native to Brazil, was described in 1558 by French botanist André Theve. Made that up. In a woodcut, he depicted people squeezing the fruit while it still hung on the tree. Portuguese explorers brought the cashew to their colony in Mozambique and to the eastern coast of India. European taste in liquor called for new uses of the cashew. In 1838, a report on the drinking habits of people in the West Indies included a description of a punch, presumably rum-based, flavored with the juice of the cashew apple. I want to try all of these drinks. The feni drink and then the punch, too. I just want to eat a cashew apple. That sounds good. Or is it not? It doesn't say anything about what it tastes like. Quiet, France isn't real. Brazil! Okay. What else did we vote on? I think next up was Monkey Puzzle had the next highest votes. Is that right? Or maybe Strawberry Tree. Parsnip. Monkey Puzzle. I really want to know what the heck this is. It's a conifer? A raucarius. Milana, hello. Trying to read this word and I don't know how to say it. You've met me at a very illiterate time in my life. Hello. Good to have you. What were you guys streaming? Good to see you. Aside from France not being real, I think his name might have been Tove. Oh no. Ara. That's how I pronounce Chinese words. Like that is. Oh, you're playing Death Stranding. All right, let's see what shout out. Oops, I'm in all caps. Yeah. It's still in all caps. Okay, shout out Milana. Death Stranding Director's Cut. I've never played Death Stranding. I don't even know what genre it is, to be totally honest. I hope you guys had a great stream. Thank you for coming to hang out. We're doing a boozy reading today. This book is about like plants that are related to alcoholic beverages across human cultures and history, which I think is very fun. And also the kind of book that you don't really just, at least for me, I'm not the kind of person who like sits down and just like linearly reads a book like this, so I thought it would be a fun one to read on. Like we'll just pick random ones and read them. Oh, sassafras. Anyway, exactly like that. Flip to a page and read it, right? I thought it'd be fun for stream. So you're like learning and also being an alcoholic. Sometimes you can have both. Gamyeon YouTube side said I'd approximate the pronunciation to Tuve. This was the first time I've seen the last name. Yeah, French confuses me, man. I don't know. Anyway, welcome Milana and Milana's chat. It's good to meet you all. I'm Ying. I'm a variety streamer. A very variety streamer, as you can see. I used to VTube sometimes, not so much recently. Sounds like you guys had a fun Death Stranding stream. Thank you for hanging out. I think it's really late for you all, or at least for Milana, so please go rest. Sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. The book looks fun. I know, I really like, honestly, they just, I think I found this at a Half Price Books. And it was just like such a tempting cover. Like, you're not supposed to judge books by their cover, but like, how, you cannot convince me that you would see this on a bookshelf and not buy it based on the cover alone, you know? I think a good cover design still matters. They see, yeah, the paper's really smooth, but it's really thin. The paper itself is really, it's like a, can you hear that? Like, it's a really thin paper, what's the word? Stock? No, there's a word for the thickness of paper. I'm forgetting. Is it not stock? I'm forgetting. Anyways, Tove was more accurate. Oh, okay. Feels like a grimoire. It does feel like a grimoire. Speaking of grimoires, did you guys see the Witch Hat Atelier grimoire editions that they announced? I think France already had them, but the US like English version is still releasing. They it's like 3 manga volumes per grimoire. I'm really tempted, but I also really like a classic manga volume, so I'm having trouble deciding between just getting the box set and the grimoire. I have work tomorrow, so I'll be lurking. Oh, okay, you have work tomorrow and you stayed up this late? I respect it. Sleep well, Milana. Good night. Thanks again for stopping by. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, shoot, Kip! Kip! Hello, Kip! Radio Kip, hello! So many raids coming in. You guys are hot on the tail of a Milana raid. It's good to have you. Music stream? What music? What kind of music are you guys doing? It's good to have y'all. Let me do a Kip shout out too. Hope you had a good SakuraCon. Thank you. It was very fun. Wait, were you at SakuraCon? Kip Sintamani. Music. They were playing music. Just some YouTube karaoke. Those are always fun. I always enjoy a good YouTube karaoke stream. Well, thank you for both raids. It's good to have you all here. Welcome. We're doing I guess it's late night probably for most people coming in now. So we're just doing some cozy readings. I just did a show and tell for everything I got at SakuraCon. It took me 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to go through my haul. But it was fun. It was a lot of twisted stuff and a lot of Witch Hat Atelier stuff. That's kind of where my brain is recently. I live vicariously through my photographer friends. Oh, okay. Well, if you're ever at a convention that I'm also at, we should meet up. It's good to have you. Thank you for reading in. Did I introduce myself yet? I don't know. Nice to meet you all. I'm Ying, very variety streamer, as you can tell. This book is called The Drunken Botanist. It's about like plants that have to do with alcohol across human cultures and history. So, it's been a fun one to kind of page through on my own, but I thought it'd be fun to read on stream also. Especially because like I'm drinking a gin and tonic right now on the side made from lavender gin I infused using lavender from my own balcony. It like looks really brown in here. Actually, I think the English lavenders tend to turn out brown. When I make syrup from it, it comes out a little more purple, but I think the gin infusions tend to turn brown after you leave it in for a while. It's so good, Kip. If you ever visit, let me make you one of, I call it my Ying and tonic, which is just, the Ying and tonic is not one drink. It's just a gin and tonic infused with whatever I've grown on my balcony. And so currently the options are, we had a shiso gin and tonic that we made from we grew purple shiso on the balcony. There's a lavender, English lavender that we grew on the balcony, and chrysanthemum. My favorite is the lavender. Chrysanthemum is a close second. And then we've also been doing some Earl Grey and jasmine tea infusions, and those are really, really good. The Earl Grey is actually incredible. The jasmine comes out kind of bitter, actually, but the Earl Grey is really nice. You can like really, 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 really taste the Earl Grey. Yeah. It's so delicious. It's so good. It's like a chef's choice, except you get to choose. So if you come to our house and you order a Ying and tonic, I will tell you what I have on hand. And then you can choose. I'll be like, okay, so right now in stock, we have Earl Grey, lavender, and chrysanthemum. Like, which one would you like? And it's just like such a simple cocktail to mix, but it tastes so unique. I don't think it's very like, we have cocktails at home. Like it doesn't feel like I'm, how do you say that in English? I'm not mistreating myself. I'm very much treating myself at home. Right off the seasonal menu. Exactly. And part of the reason I'm like finishing off my lavender infusion right now is because it's lavender season now. So there's a fresh batch of lavender I'm about to harvest. Yeah, so I'm excited to make a new batch, which means I can finally finish this. Ask for the market price. Oh my God, I hate it. I hate it when you're opening a menu and it's like MP. I'm like, and the humiliation ritual of asking the waiter how much the lobster is today, and they're like $60, and you're like, never mind. I don't need the lobster. Okay. Anyway, I think it's also late for you, Kip, right? So if you need to go rest, please do. Thank you again for the raid. For any Milana chatters that are still here, I hope you all enjoy yourselves also. Thank you for coming to say hi. We're just gonna read. So I'll continue. If you I think a lot of my chat likes to put it on the back as they go to sleep. So I'll try not to make any loud or sudden noises. Although no promises. Sometimes you just need to scream. That's life. Oh, good night, Moody Blues. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Okay, monkey puzzle. Oh, right. Milana came in on me not being able to pronounce this word. Arousariaceae. I'm sure that's at least 50% there. Okay. The poet Marianne Moore called it a conifer contrived in imitation of the glyptic work of jade and hard stone cutters. A true curio in this bypath of curio collecting. And in fact, the monkey puzzle tree is a curio, an oddity of the sort prized by Victorian plant collectors. It is also quite likely the oldest plant in the world from which an alcoholic beverage is made. Really? Oh, as in the beverage isn't the oldest thing, but it might be the oldest plant. Sometimes you need a stream to watch while eating midnight noodles. Oh, I love a midnight noodle. What's your noodle of choice, Triple Tauruses? Monkey puzzle trees originate in Chile and Argentina. Chile mentioned, Argentina mentioned. Earlier when you guys were like, Brazil mentioned. Dim sum and rice sounds so good, Glacier. Their ancestry goes back at least 180 million years, placing them squarely... Wait. So, I know we have Chileans in chat. Do you guys... Oh, it's really late. I think most of them are asleep. That's the problem with streaming later, huh? That's why I've been trying to stream earlier. Do you guys, have you seen this? I've never seen a monkey puzzle tree before. That's part of why I wanted to read this page. I was like, I don't know this plant. I guess it's more like close to the equator. But isn't it a conifer? I don't know. The trees themselves are vaguely reptilian. Oh wait, sorry. Placing them squarely in the middle of the Jurassic period. The trees themselves are vaguely reptilian. The tough diamond-shaped leaves arranged in tight geometric whorls bring to mind the scales of a lizard. Stand back for a better view and the tree cuts an odd figure in the landscape. From a single trunk emerge wildly curving branches that give it the madcap appearance of a tree from a Dr. Seuss drawing. The last cup noodle I found at the back of the pantry with an egg par cooked in the microwave and the full cooked with it. A man after my own heart. I love that. I hope you enjoy your midnight noodles. You've heard of lizard people? These are lizard trees. Gamion has tried to break it down to Araucariaceae. Araucariaceae. Yeah, okay, maybe. Actually, that's Araucariaceae. I would believe that. Australian here enjoying the midday stream. Oh, sanctimonious. Hello. Oh, we have multiple Australians here. Oh, this is an Australian-friendly stream time. Well, unless you have a job. Oh, but it's Saturday for you guys, right? It is an Australian-friendly stream time. Okay. Where were we? The trees themselves are vaguely reptilian. Oh, right. Stand back from a better view and the tree cuts an odd figure in the landscape. I think I read the Dr. Seuss. Okay, this one. A Scottish surgeon and naturalist named Archibald Menzies traveled the world as a ship's doctor in the late 18th century. On one of these voyages, he was served the nuts of the monkey puzzle tree. He managed to save a few seeds and got them to grow, setting off a monkey puzzle craze. And the UK had so many different botanical crazes. It's so specific. They were smuggling irises for a while. Oh, not irises, orchids. They were smuggling orchids. And then it was like super illegal black market types. Like people got killed over orchids. Very exciting. The Brits were insane. That's also why they introduced so many invasive species all over the world. Because of their stupid botanical crazes. One of them lived at Kew Gardens for almost a century. There are no monkeys in the tree's homeland. The name was given to it by the English, who thought that even their so-called poor relations, monkeys, would have a difficult time climbing it. Oh, it's called a monkey puzzle because even monkeys would have trouble climbing it. Wait, that's actually really cute. Maybe the British can have some rights. Opium and tulips. Yeah. The British experience. The British colonial experience. Opium and tulips. It looks a little bit like coral. You're right. You're right. It does. It does. It has like a really similar rounded kind of branching. The tree reaches over 150 feet in height. Oh, sorry. It's like the camera's wobbling a little. I think I laughed too hard. The tree reaches over 150 feet in height and can live to be 1,000 years old. A monkey puzzle takes 20 years to reach sexual maturity and is I used to know how to pronounce this word. Is it just dioecious? Dioecious, I think. The pollen travels from males to females on the wind, and once pollinated, the seed cones take 2 years to mature. By the time they do fall off the tree, they are the size of coconuts. The coconut nut is a giant nut. They are the size of coconuts and contain about 200 seeds, each larger than an almond. Those are the nicer things they introduced. Yeah. Sora, I'm sorry. Did you mean to include opium under nicer things they introduced? I guess they're not smallpox. Okay, technically that wasn't the British. I don't think the British did that, right? Was that the Portuguese? Columbus was it Columbus? Who did smallpox blankets? Was it the British? Who did smallpox blankets? Was it the Pilgrims? I don't know. I could Google this. Did any of you know, like off the top of your head? In the wild, rats and parakeets pick up the seeds and disperse them from the mother plant. But if there are people around, particularly how do you pronounce it? Pehuenche? People who inhabit the tree's native range in the Andes, the seeds will be quickly gathered up. They can be eaten raw or roasted, pounded into flour to make bread, or brewed into a mildly alcoholic ceremonial drink called mu dai. To make mu dai, the seeds are boiled and allowed to ferment naturally for a few days. To speed things up, they can be chewed and spit back into the mixture. Oh, like what people do with ayahuasca? Actually, I don't know if that's how you have ayahuasca. That's just how I imagined it. Which adds enzymes from the saliva to break down the starches. Once the mixture has stopped bubbling, it is poured into special wooden bowls or jars for the festivities. Wasn't it the Brits? Was it the Brits? Did the Brits do smallpox blankets? I wouldn't put it past them. That sounds right. That sounds like British colonial nonsense. Yeah. YY, hello. Good to have you. What time zone are you in, YY? I feel like you show up for like streams around the clock. Okay. The Chilean government has declared the monkey puzzle tree a national monument, making Mudai quite possibly the world's only alcoholic beverage derived from a national monument. I like that. Typhoid Mary is apparently Irish. Oh, that makes sense because she was part of the working class of the period, right? She was such an interesting one. How she was in utter denial about the fact that she was literally killing people. I like Typhoid Mary's story. Okay. Oh yeah, for those of you who rated it and missed this part, did you know that parsnips can cause a really bad rash? Wild parsnips? I didn't know that. That's utter complete news to me, which is good to know because I probably would have tried to touch it. Prickly pear cactus. I do really want to make the syrup. That looks really fun. Wait, I forgot you can keep syrups in the freezer. I've been avoiding making syrups because they tend to go bad really fast. So like I was making batches of lavender syrup for a while and gifting them to friends, but like you always have to finish it within about 2 weeks, and that's just not long enough time. But it made such a good yuzu lavender like spritzer. I was really enjoying it during the 2 weeks I had, and it's such high effort for like a 2-week drink. That's crazy. They look like normal parsnips, or are they distinguishable? That's a good question. I don't know. It doesn't really say. Well, let's skim this article and if it says anything about wild versus cultivated. Oh, this is so short. We can just read it here. Wait, there's a poem. If barley be wanting to make into malt, we must be content and think it no fault. For we can make liquor to sweeten our lips of pumpkins and parsnips and walnut tree chips. Edward Johnson, 1630. This historic ditty shows that colonists arriving in the New World were willing to try anything to get their hands on a drink. Relatable. Even if that meant turning parsnips into wine. Parsnips are a carrot relative native to the Mediterranean. They've been a staple food since at least Roman times. Before potatoes, a New World crop, were introduced to Europe, parsnips were the starchy, nutritious, winter root vegetable people turned to for a satisfying meal. It's no wonder colonists made it a priority to plant parsnips when they arrived in New England. Wait, so that means the so-called wild parsnips are probably just like invasive species parsnips that they planted here, right? And surely the colonists were thinking not just of mashed parsnips and butter for their winter meal, they were also thinking of parsnip wine, a fine old English tradition. Really? I've never had that. That actually sounds pretty good. This is one of the many country wines that were popular in rural England and throughout Europe. Anything with a little sugar or starch, from gooseberries to rhubarb to parsnips, was fair game for a home brew. Traditional parsnips wine was made by boiling parsnips to soften them and then combining them with sugar and water. Oh, so you cook them first. And then would wild yeast be just like open container type stuff? Like with the way they did beer back in the day? It was light, sweet, and clear, although the best Castle's Dictionary of Cookery could say about in 1883 was that it was highly spoken of by those who are accustomed to homemade wines. That actually sounds like a backhanded type compliment. I'm going to look up what parsnips look like the leaves. Like, got me on what was the you can in response to. Okay, wild parsnip leaves. Bright green. Resemble celery. They do look like celery. I'll bring it on stream so you guys can look at it. Here you go. This is a wild parsnip. It does look like celery, doesn't it? Let me make it bigger. Yeah, the like, here, there's another one. Wait, these kind of look like, what? Over, yeah, it is an invasive. It is an invasive. I was right. My theory earlier. Here's another one. Look at this. Huh. Okay, I think I can remember that. If I think of them as like a pointy celery, I think I can remember that. Thank you, Plant Book, for the advice. Ice cones with syrups. What? Oh, to freezing syrups. Yeah, I guess you can. I mean, maybe it defrosts funny, though. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'll try it and report back. I have so many syrups I like want to make, but they're just, I just can't justify it when they only last 2 weeks, you know? I'm going to try freezing some. I'll make a lavender syrup with my next batch. Oh, I should make it with my old batch. I still have some left over from last year. Okay. Cool. We learned about freezing syrups and we learned about wild parsnips, and they're not, I feel like wild implies native, you know what I mean? But they're like they're invasive. The invasive wild parsnip. Don't touch it. It'll hurt you. Okay, I want to read the strawberry tree one because I was in my fellow Bay Area locals. I think probably a lot of you guys here because we're in California time zone now. Everyone else is asleep. It's like 11. I saw these trees for the first time in I was in San Mateo on the peninsula. And we were in like a San Mateo parking lot and there were strawberry trees in the parking lot. And then I started noticing them everywhere. I was like, those look like, you know those Chinese plums? What are they called? Yangmei. They look like Yangmei. I thought they were Yangmei at first. And I looked it up and they were like, these are strawberry trees. Yeah, I thought they were just ornamental. And I looked it up and people were like, I mean, you can eat them, but they don't taste very good. So I picked some and I brought it home. And honestly, I was too scared to eat it. I didn't eat it. I just looked at it. They stay liquid due to sugar content. Oh my god, concentrated syrups don't even need to be defrosted? What? That's crazy. Isn't parsnip the root, not the leaf? Yeah, but I think they were saying... Oh, also, BL Han, welcome. I think what they were saying was that the leaf of the parsnip is what... Yeah, it says, while parsnip is a weed, its foliage can cause serious blistering rashes. So, I assume parsnip is like the whole plant, and then the leaves are the part that irritate. Okay, let me take a look at the strawberry tree. I really want to know. I didn't know. I mean, maybe I should just go eat some. Ericaceae. I'm just making shit up now. The red, rough-skinned fruit of the strawberry tree, perfectly round and about the size of a cherry, is not nearly as tasty as the fruit it is named after. Yeah, it didn't look like it, which is why I didn't eat it. Everybody was like, oh, it tastes kind of mealy. In fact, botanists say that the species named unedo comes from the Latin unum ido, meaning I eat one. Just one. Why is that so funny? Latin for I'll eat one. Wee wee. Oh my god, why is that so funny? Okay. It must not be tasty then. But distillers, most of them unlicensed and working on it once and never again. Exactly. It's like, yeah, one was enough. I know what it tastes like now. Distillers, most of them unlicensed and working on equipment that could have come straight from the Middle Ages, turned the fruit into a popular local spirit called aguardiente de medronjo. Although it is available commercially, it is more commonly shared among families and sold to neighbors. I wish I weren't streaming so late so we could have more LATAM people here with us so you could tell us if you've had this before. I'm so curious. Although it is available commercially, it is more commonly shared among families and sold to neighbors, particularly in the Algarve region of southern Portugal. Wait, what? It's not Latin American. Portuguese? Rather than bloom in spring, as most fruit-producing trees would, the strawberry tree... Oh, sorry, this is shaking again. The strawberry tree blooms in fall, at the same time that the previous year's fruit is ripening. In Portugal and Spain, that process begins in September. Pickers gather only the ripest fruit, returning once a month through December to complete the harvest. Good night, Akui. Sleep well. Once picked, the fruit is mashed or submerged whole in water and fermented for 3 months. Then, usually in February, it is boiled over a wood fire and distilled in a copper alembic still, with a pipe running through a barrel of water that serves as the condenser. The result is a high-proof spirit, usually above 45... above 45% ABV. Really? Which is either bottled immediately or aged in oak for 6 months to a year. In Spain, a sweeter, lower-proof liquor called licor de madroño is made by macerating the fruit in high-proof spirits with sugar and water. Oh. Okay, next time I see it, I'm going to eat one. I will eat one. Just one. Just the one. I gotta know. One and done. Exactly. You gotta... I feel like there's a lot of things in life you only have to do once, but you do have to do it once. You know? You have to know. Kind of like dying. You only get to do it once, so you better pay attention when it happens. There are days where I'm like, sometimes there's another page. I don't know if you guys ever have like those 3 a.m. moments where you're just like, oh my god, like everything must die someday, and I am one of those things, and I'm consumed by like this overwhelming existential dread. In moments like that, often my only comforting thought is that it'll be interesting when it happens. Like I get one chance to experience it. A really oddly comforting, like morbid thought to have at 4 a.m. Wait, let me finish it. NHO is, it's closer to the ño sound. Oh, so this one would also be aguardiente de medronjo. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. The strawberry tree is a type of madrone Madrone? I don't know how to say it. One of the 14 species found throughout Europe and North America. Most madrones are small, beautiful trees with glossy, narrow leaves and a reddish peeling bark. None of them produce particularly tasty fruit, in spite of the fact that they are relatives of the blueberry, huckleberry, and cranberry. I'm so sorry. You're like the unwanted child. A. unedo is nonetheless grown in warm climates around the world as an ornamental. A cultivar called Elfin King. What a fire name! Elfin King? And a cultivar called Elfin King is even grown in containers and is considered to produce tastier fruit than most. This bear is not drunk. Huh? I didn't know it was related to the madrones I see on hikes. Oh, so you're familiar with the madrones. I wonder if they might be, like, even the same tree. I might start noticing them more when I hike now, too. Nier keeps throwing that thought into my face. Oh, that dying will be an interesting experience? Or that one day we all die. I still haven't finished Nier Automata. I need to. I'm like maybe halfway through. I don't know. We'll see. Yo-yo. Y-O-E-O. You only eat one. That's really good. That's extremely good. Yo-yo. For Cali, the native one, I believe, would be the manzanitas bushes. Oh! Cool. Okay, I gotta go on a hike soon and check it out. This bear is not drunk. Madrid's coat of arms shows a bear standing on its hind legs eating fruit from the strawberry tree. A statue depicting the scene can also be found in the city center at the western end of Puerto del Sol. While locals like to claim that the bear is getting drunk from the fermenting fruit of the tree, the fruit does not, in fact, ferment on the tree to such an extent that it could intoxicate an animal as large as a bear. This appears to be yet another tall tale of animal intoxication. I mean, I think animal intoxication stories are just fun, though. Ooh. Man, whoever did the layouts and graphic design for this book, like, really knew what they were doing. And the paper is so smooth. Someone said to me, death is probably like the billions of years you did experience before you were born, and I haven't been the same since. Yeah, you didn't experience. Yeah. I like that thought. Why? Exactly. We used to not exist, and we will once again return to not existing. Ooh, carrot family. Angelica. Artichoke. Bay laurel. Bison grass, caraway, cardamom, clove. Oh, right. These are all the infusions. God, I feel like, ooh, Genshin, guys. When did this come up recently? We were playing Cairn. And there was we were making tea with the Genshin. I want this book just because of how pretty it is. And also the excerpts I know, I feel like the writing is actually really, accessible. Like it feels like a field guide type book. I love a field guide. It's not explicitly a field guide, but it like feels like one. It's fun. I like it. You guys want to learn how to make rum? Hold on, let's see. Let's go a little earlier. Noble rot. I love fungus. Let's read about this fungus. The fungus botrytis, I don't know how to say any of this. Cinerea inflicts grapes with a nasty disease called botrytis, bunch rot. If it attacks in early spring, it can make leaves wither and flowers drop off the vine. On young, immature fruit, it forms nasty brown lesions that turn black and split the fruit apart. The rotten grapes, filled with fungus, drop to the ground and wait for an opportunity to reinfect the plant. Botanists refer to the dead, infested fruit as mummies. They're mummy grapes. But sometimes, under just the right weather conditions, botrytis hits late in the season and causes something remarkable to happen. If temperatures stay between 68 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit, and if the humidity is very high, and if the grapes are just ripe enough, they are infected but not ruined by the fungus. Then, in order for the magic to happen, the humidity must drop to about 60%. In other words, it needs to be cool and rain, and then stop raining as the grapes are getting ripe. If all of this happens at just the right time, the fungus will dehydrate the grape, concentrate the sugars, but not destroy it. That's called noble rot. And it's responsible for some of the great botrytized wines of the world? Those are such specific conditions to have to fulfill. Sauternes made in a particular region in Bordeaux with Semillon Sauvignon Blanc, and Muscadel grapes are the finest expression of what noble rot can do to a grape. They are sweet but faintly spicy with a distinctive honey and raisin flavor. The wines can be expensive. Noble rot is unpredictable. Each grape must be picked individually by hand, and an entire vine might only yield the equivalent of a single glass of wine. Botrytized wines also come from Germany, Italy, Hungary, and other wine-growing regions around the world. But because the fungus is so unpredictable and dangerous, few winemakers are willing to take the risk and allow it to colonize their vines. That's crazy. I didn't know about this. You knew about this, Kamyon? Mummy grapes, aka prunes. I read lesions as lesbians. We have been discussing lesbians on chat today, to be fair, so... Ooh, there's a field guide to oak here. That's just straight up. Oh, because they use the oak to cask for distilling. Did you know there are like American oaks going extinct? Oh, this spread is beautiful. Hey guys, did you guys know the oak is called a fagacy? There was a tweet I saw the other day that was like, I didn't realize until I watched the Witch Hat Atelier English dub that Agot's name was pronounced Agot and it didn't, rhyme with the slur. I realized in my head up until that point I had been reading it agate. But rhymes with the slur is crazy. Oh my god. I guess it's agate. I prefer agate, honestly. I don't think I like the cadence of agate. But that's the official pronunciation. Okay. Fagacy. Nothing tames a rough spirit like an oak tree. The practice of aging whiskey or wine in a barrel might have started as a practical solution to a storage problem, but it was soon obvious that something wonderful happens when alcohol comes in contact with wood, and oak in particular. I'm skimming. Wooden barrels have been in use for at least 4,000 years. Judging from archaeological evidence, and oak was probably the most natural choice from the beginning. The wood is hard, dense, but still pliable enough to bend into a slight curve. It was used for shipbuilding, and surely one of the first pieces of cargo to be loaded on the ship was a barrel of wine for the crew. Oak trees are ring porous, which means that the vessels that carry water up the tree are found in the outer growth ring. As the tree matures, the older vessels become plugged with crystalline structures called tyloses, and as a result, the center of the tree, the heartwood, doesn't conduct water at all, making it well suited for use as a watertight barrel. American oaks are particularly rich in tylose as compared to European oaks. In fact, the European trees have to be carefully split along the grain rather than cut in order to avoid rupturing vessels and creating leaky barrel. Oh, I didn't know that. We do love those tannins. I forgot you can't use that F word in Twitch. I did also increase auto mod settings just a little bit. I took a sponsored stream. Can you believe it? Minecraft was offering sponsorships. They're like, hey, we'll give you $100 if you stream Minecraft for an hour. I was like, really? So we're going to be streaming Minecraft on Sunday, guys. So I can buy my groceries next week. Hell yeah. Yeah, but one of the requirements was I had to like raise the auto mod level a little bit. Because I had auto mod really lax. Honestly, we don't really have problems in this chat in my experience. So, oh yeah, what Sora was saying about tannins. The trees also happen to produce an astonishing array of flavor compounds that break free from the wood in the presence of alcohol. European oak, Quercus robur, in particular, is high in tannins, which give wine a certain roundness and full-bodied quality. American white oak, on the other hand, releases the same flavor molecules found in vanilla, coconut, peach, apricot, and cloves. In fact, artificial vanilla is made from a sawdust derivative because it has such high levels of vanillin. Those sweet flavors might not be what a winemaker is looking for, but they are pure magic in bourbon. Oh, I do like a bourbon cask. Heck yeah, get that bag. Yeah, I was like, usually the Twitch sponsorships that come through, they're like $20, $30 offers, and I'm just like, don't fucking insult me. I get really like, how fucking I know our CCV is lower than usual, but how dare you? And then the Minecraft one came through and I was like, oh, Con! Con, we were just... Con, look! Con, look who I have! Con, look! Hi, what's up? It's good to have you all. Con blobs blobbing in. To my chat, guys, we were literally just talking about Con. I was telling you guys about the chicken. We got a baby Barb! Here, we gotta shout out the Con stuff. It's Con! I showed them the photo I got of like all the, here, maybe I still have it open, of all the chickens that you made. The like really big ones. They were so freaking cute, man. Oh, there's Ugly. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up again so your chat can see. I'm gonna rotate it. Hello? All right, because we had a bunch of people raid in. You guys didn't see this earlier. You guys are our third raid tonight. There's so many raids. Look, guys. Con made all of these. And my little one is the little one on top. So everyone else's was like this big. And Con was very thoughtful. She made mine really small so that it would fit in my luggage. The whole chicken family's here. Look at them. So many Barbs. Chicken creator. Yeah, Gamyeon and Steffi on YouTube chat are going like, it's the chicken maker. Praise the chicken maker. I should really just get YouTube chat to show up on stream. Screw the inconsistent chat styles, honestly. I want you guys to see each other. It's so cute. Chicken overlord. Con, that's your reputation in this chat now. You're our chicken overlord. You're the chicken maker. You're the chicken god, Con. Praise be the chimkin mother. Anyways, hello to Con's chat. How are you guys doing? Welcome in. We're doing I was doing a SakuraCon haul show and tell, and then we moved on to reading this book about boozy plants because I'm low-key an alcoholic. I'm drinking I call it my Ying and tonic, my lavender infused gin and tonic. I grew the lavender myself, so it feels very satisfying, I think, to drink. Anyways, I know it's late for both of us, Con. I probably won't last much longer also, but thank you for rating it. I hope you guys had a good stream. Did I do the shout out yet? I think I did. What were you all up to? Chicken dumplings! Exactly, Kip! They're dumplings! You're doing art! What were you drawing? Ying Pop Cafe. All I'm gonna serve is gin and tequila infusions. I specialize. You know what? Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. At first, I was like, that sounds like it wouldn't work. But the more I think about it, people have like mezcal bars where all they sell is mezcal and like mezcal type cocktails. So like, why can't I open a gin and tequila infusions bar? I was telling Chad that one of my favorites is my chrysanthemum infused gin. Gin is just so good for botanicals. I just keep putting like teas and flowers in them. Earl Grey is also very, very, very good. What else if not Xicheng? Ah, of course. We love an artist with a hyperfixation. People keep saying to get good at art, you just have to be really, really, really obsessed with a fandom where you're kind of required to cook your own food. Although we were talking about, during SakuraCon, we were talking about how like Xicheng cooks its own food. Like it's a fandom that makes a lot of food. And then you guys have like other pairing fandoms coming after you, right? Because they're like, why do you guys get all this content? Like make your own food, dude. Like if you feel like you don't have enough food, you have to cook. You have to learn to cook. That's how I'm feeling about Promare recently. Like I should get into art so I can draw a Promare for myself. Because it's 2026 now. And so most people don't do Promare art anymore. That being said, I was showing chat the Promare comic that I got at SakuraCon. Can you believe it? Here's the artist name, by the way. It's Lou Scribbles. Just fuck, it's insane. It's so beautiful. And in the year of our Lord 2026, a whole Promare fan comic? Insane. Koa knows hello. Yes, my Promare shrine is still alive and well. And then the same artist who made that book made this crazy thing. So I just have to show it to you guys again because we with so many people raid in all of a sudden. I need to show you guys this. This is the same artist. Dude, it's like a Kavet like Victorian love note. This is how they used to send love letters to each other in Victorian England, and then they like open using their house keys, and then it's just like little scenes of their domestic life. I finally made Con watch Promare a while back. Good, you're doing God's work, Rin. Yeah, I think this artist's art style is so nice, and I got Promare out of it, dude. I'm eating, I'm feasting. I was gonna fold out into a... Did you just call it a cootie catcher? Is that what they were called? I think I called them fortune tellers. Cootie catcher? Like the ones that go like this? Cootie catcher? Anyways, I just had to show you guys. I just think it's a really... Look, let's go home. I love it. I love it when artists get really creative and really obsessed. Like Con. Ying got really good at putting it back to... I opened and closed it a few times on stream today to show everybody. Hours later and it's still cool. Exactly. I don't really know where to put it. Well, I was going to give it to my roommate anyway. I don't know where she's going to put it. It's not exactly displayable, you know? Okay. You guys want to learn about cork? Let's read about cork. Oh, also, Con, if you need to go rest, please do. I understand it is bedtime. I'm streaming later than usual today, so I think most of my usual chat is in bed. So it's good to have you all late night squad. Welcome in. We're doing I'm trying not to yell so we can keep the cozy reading cozy. But I must warn you that I do not make any promises on that front. All right, let's read about cork oak. The native Portuguese oak, Q. suber, provides another essential ingredient to wine and spirits, the cork. The trees live for more than 200 years, and by about age 40, they have produced enough of their thick, spongy bark to produce a harvest of 4,000 corks. They have to be 40 years old, though. And aren't we, like, losing old-growth forests? Stripping the trees of their bark does not hurt them because the bark regrows. In fact, cork growers argue the ability to harvest the bark provides an economic incentive to leave massive stands of old oak trees intact. The increased use of screw tops and synthetic caps has hurt the cork industry in Portugal, Spain, and North Africa, where most cork forests are found. Growers insist that the natural corks are not only more authentic and better for the wine, but are actually kinder to the environment than a synthetic replacement. Wait, really? But weren't we losing old growth trees to... I thought cork was like a problematic material. Like, I thought synthetic caps were a good direction to be moving in. However, as a wine nerd, I have to say, especially for wines you're going to store for a long time, cork is better. It's like 2 p.m. for me. We do have Australians in chat also, for whom it is midday. Angel's share. In storage, a small amount of alcohol escapes the barrel through evaporation. Distillers call this the loss. I didn't know that's what angel's share meant. Did you guys know that? The alcohol that escapes through evaporation is called the angel's share? Like Diluc's bar. Yeah, the Genshin reference, exactly. The cork gets infected. That's true. And then sometimes if you're not storing it correctly, the cork also like crumbles into the wine when you've left it too long, which is not fun. But you know, easy solution, just store it properly. Just make sure it's on its side. They don't chop it down to regen cork. They kill the trees, to my understanding, because you have to harvest it from like you have to like strip the tree, right? And I don't think the bark grows back, does it? I don't know. I've never looked it up. These damn drunks are so poetic. I know, right? Well, wait, Genshin didn't make up the name just because? I mean, I knew it was a term. I didn't know what the term meant. I'd like heard the angel share term before. So I knew it was a reference to something. I'd never thought to look it up though. Whiskey and brandy makers estimate that the angels get about 2% of the alcohol in a barrel each year, although that can vary depending on humidity and temperature. Fortunately, they can afford to lose some, as most spirits are aged at a higher proof than the final bottling. Some water is lost as well, which can help keep the overall percentage of alcohol from dropping too much. Especially with whiskey and brandy, because you're supposed to water it down, like you're supposed to cut it, right? In a lot of cases, not always, but in many cases. One result of the slow leakage of alcohol is that it attracts a strange creature rarely seen outside of distilleries. The black fungus Bodoinia compniacensis. All these scientific names are killing me. Feeds on ethanol and appears as a black stain on the walls of caves and warehouses where scotch and cognac are stored. European distillers in particular are not bothered by it. In fact, it is seen as a friendly companion and a mark of authenticity. The black mold is a friend. Are they sure it's not bad for us? Cork trees do live through harvest cycles. Oh, cool! So they can regenerate their cork bark? Like if you just strip the tree naked, it'll just grow back? My parents' house is black mold. Is that a good? No, Capriform big squid. No, it's very bad. I can tell you're joking, but still. It rings a bell. Maybe I heard it in French and never made the link. Oh, what is it in French, Kamyon? Okay, cool. I'm learning so much just flipping to random pages in this book, guys. Yeast, a love story. Tell me more. A love story. Saccharomyces. SPP. What was the plant earlier that looked like fag? Lost it. Anyway. The oldest domesticated living organism is not a horse or a chicken, nor is it corn or wheat. It is a wild, single-celled, asexual creature capable of preserving food, making bread rise, and fermenting drinks. It is yeast. The alcohol that seeps into the wood is the devil's cut. Wait, really? Cat Lightning? That's really cool. Also, welcome to chat. Is it the devil's cut? Whiskey. The Jim Beam website says that the devil's cut refers to the whiskey, often up to 2 gallons per barrel, that gets absorbed into the wood staves during aging. The angel's share evaporates and the devil's cut is trapped. Today I learned. That's so cool. Wow. Wow, oak is the faggot. Oh, yes. Oak. I'm glad you remembered that, Glacier. Don't remember. I think it's similar to the English. Like part, I can't pronounce French. Part is share and ange is angels. Not really a drinker, but it's fun. Yeah, exactly. I drink some really specific things and I don't really explore beyond it, but I feel like this is still really fun. Like, oh, that's interesting types of, and I think it's because alcohol is so central to like human culture, right? Like I read a whole book about cod and it was incredibly interesting, not because I'm a cod fan, but because it like told the story of human globalization. Like cod, the history of cod, the fish, as far as it pertains to humans, is the history of globalization, which is crazy. That's crazy to me. Anyways, it was a really good book. Call of Duty, no. No, like codfish. Call of Duty. You're right. I should have considered that possible interpretation of the word cod. Devil's Cut, I think, was a Jim Beam thing about extracting alcohol from the wood after aging. Yeah. Hook the codfish. Pronounced similar to Ange. Oh, because the ES is silent. Ange. Okay. That's why they use old whiskey barrels to make wine and infuse. Yeah, exactly. I love it, like an old bourbon cask wine. Yeah. Those are really good. All right, let's see. Yeast is everywhere. I learned when I was in Belgium, we did a beer tour and they they were like, you're about to try a beer you're going to hate, but you have to try it. And we were like, why would you do that to us? And they were like, it's historical. Like we always say like, oh, back in the day, like everybody was drinking beer. They must have been drunk as hell. But like, it wasn't a very high alcoholic beer. It was just, and it was, they fermented it in these big open like vats. Really shallow open vats, and it was exposed to the air, and so the natural yeasts that were just floating around in the air is what determined like the flavor of the beer. Super low alcohol percentage, just enough to like sanitize it so they could drink it instead of water because it was safer. And that was the kind of beer everybody was drinking. So we tried it. It was disgusting. It was flat, it was lukewarm, and it tasted like, I can't explain it. It tasted kind of like hay and dust and old books. It was not a pleasant flavor. But I drank it. So I could experience history. Ascendance also goes into that. Really? Oh my god, did you guys see how Ascendance of a Bookworm season 3, the production studio finally admitted they used AI, and they were like, we'll fix it for episode 2, guys, sorry. I was like, did you really think you could get away with that? Like, you really thought we wouldn't notice? Who do you think we are? Especially Ascendance of a Bookworm fans. And of all shows to do that to, a show that is all about the importance of starting at the beginning and going step by step, you're going to use AI for a story about human ingenuity and craft. God, peace, Gamyeon. Call of Duty tells a different globalization story. You're right. Why? That's kind of dark. No, it wasn't Pleasant Triple Tauruses. It wasn't. Like old but like moldy books, like old moldy books that were not taken care of well, and dust and hay. That beer episode where it tasted bad. Yeah, but that wasn't beer, right? That was a liquor. That was a good episode. I really liked that one. Where they drank it and they were like, that fucking sucks. Let's share it with everyone. I was very touched, actually. I think I cried a little. I crowed, as the kids say. Okay. Let's see. It lives on and inside of us. It coats the skin of fruit in hopes of extracting some sugar from it. I found out that whenever you see like a whitish powder sheen on a fruit, it's usually yeast. And my roommate made, it tasted like a kombucha, but it was like a fermented pineapple drink. Like, she literally just cut off the pineapple peels. It was just the peels. We ate the fruit. The peels went into like a big jar with a bunch of water and sugar, and it just like became this thing that tasted like kombucha. Like, it tasted fermented. And it was because the powdery stuff on the pineapple peel is yeast, and it was fermenting in there. So good. It was so good. This has caused me pain, so I need to inflict the same pain upon everyone else. Exactly. Well, it was also like a famous liquor, and they had to share. Like, the joy of the drinking came in the sharing of it, right? Like, it didn't actually matter how ass it tasted. I mean, I guess it mattered how ass it tasted because then they were like bonding over the fact. It was just a really good episode. Fixed, thank you for the follow. Oh, thank you also to Heart of Gold, Carophobic Squid, Cat Lightning Feather, and Rins Rambles. Okay, where was I? A few particular species of yeast, especially those belonging to Saccharomyces genus, are so effective at fermentation that people learn to keep them alive, grow them in large quantity, and eventually to sell them to brewers and distillers. I have special yeast that I use specifically for my jionyang, which is like a Chinese rice wine. It's really good. And we realized that like the specific yeast you buy makes all the difference. All the difference. I can't go back to the old yeast we used to get anymore. Wineries, breweries, and distilleries are often reluctant to remodel, move, or replace equipment for fear of destroying the native yeasts that have taken up residence and added their unique characteristics to their products. Tests on identical batches of apple cider show that the particular strain of yeast can radically influence the flavor, introducing unique fruit and floral notes to the finished brew. It's literally exactly what I was saying. Kishaki? Am I saying that right? Chen, welcome. Thanks for the follow. The yeast of yesterday. The yeast of yesterday. I always thought the powder was crystallized sugar from the... I also thought that. Why? I also thought that. But you ever look at a grape or a blueberry and you see that like powdery look that they have on the outside? It's all yeast. That's all yeast. It's crazy. Yeast is everywhere. The science of fermentation is wonderfully simple. Yeast eat sugar. They leave behind two waste products, ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. If we were being honest, we would admit that what a liquor store sells is, chemically speaking, little more than the litter boxes of millions of domesticated yeast organisms wrapped up in pretty bottles with fancy price tags. But as waste products go, those of yeast are endlessly useful. We'll dispense with the carbon dioxide first. If the fermentation is taking place in a vat, the carbon dioxide simply escapes. Beer makers allow some to remain so that the beer will be foamy. They might add a little back in during the bottling phase as well. In the case of sparkling wines, another bit of yeast goes into the bottle for a secondary fermentation that creates bubbles and builds up pressure behind the cork. Bakers have much in common with brewers. Carbon dioxide is what forces bread dough to rise. A lot of people went through like a sourdough phase in early COVID, right? I actually did not. I got really stressed out even trying to keep my yogurt starter alive. So I was like, I can't handle a sourdough starter. I will go crazy. What about the other waste product, ethyl alcohol? That is what we call pure alcohol, or ethanol. After some tinkering, it makes for a great drink, but not for the yeast. As they excrete this alcohol, yeast make their own grave. That's actually really... I'd never thought about it that way, how they literally kill themselves in their own waste. Yeast drowned to death in their own toxic piss. I have never seen it that way until today. That's a deeply disturbing thought. A friend tried to ferment commercial fruit juice under the bed and it exploded. You really have to release the air like every day. Yeah. My mom was fermenting. We were making port because she grew grapes in her own backyard. So we were making port at home. And it's port because it's just easier because you fortify it at a certain point and cut off the fermentation process. You drown the yeast in their own piss at a certain point. Anyway, suffering from success is hilarious. Why? Gore of my comfort character. Yeast. Oh, that's Gore. That's Gore of my comfort character. But my mom had a hilarious experience where she was using corks. She would cork the bottle and then like go to bed. And then the next morning we'd wake up and the cork was like across the room. Like it didn't just pop out of the bottle. It flew across the room. And it was a big room. It was a really, 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 really big room that she was fermenting them in. I don't know. I just thought it was really funny. She kept trying to like put tighter and tighter corks on to prevent it. And I was like, I feel like you're supposed to let it release. Like, I don't think you want to trap all the air in there. That's probably not a good thing. So as they excrete this alcohol, yeast make their own grave. They can't survive in high concentrations of their own waste products. So as the alcohol content rises above about 15%, the yeast die off. That explains why, until distillation was invented, no human had ever enjoyed a stronger drink than beer or wine. Oh, because it's 15%, and that's the cutoff point. That makes sense. So that's how it ends for yeast. Either they run out of sugar and die of starvation, or they eat so much sugar that the alcohol they produce kills them. Either way, they die doing what they do best, making drinks for us. I really like the writing style for this book, actually. The yeast farts blew the cork open. Yeah, that's exactly correct. Who's sending hearts? YouTube side? I see you. Oh my god, I love yeast farts. Okay. Cool. I'm going to skim forward. Wait, this is actually interesting. I didn't know any of this. Yeast, being living organisms, are imperfect, and the crushed grapes or mashed apples they live in are themselves brilliantly imperfect and complicated. There is more than sugar in a vat of grapes: tannins, aromatic compounds, acids, and forms of sugar that yeast cannot digest, also called non-fermenting sugars, and are bouncing around as well. With so much going on in a fermented tank, mistakes are going to happen. Many of those mistakes take place as the enzymes inside yeast cells try to do their job, which is to regulate chemical reactions. Think of an enzyme as a lock in search of a key. As molecules jump around in the fermentation tank, they may try to lock with an enzyme, but not quite fit. The result of these imperfect couplings are imperfect compounds, and these make fermented drinks complex, intricate, and sometimes dangerous. Dangerous. These accidental byproducts are called congeners, like the word congenital, meaning that the compounds were present from the birth of the fermented drink. Some of them are quite toxic and have to be carefully removed during distillation. I didn't know any of this. Those are really happy little mistakes. Exactly. If those poisons are made during fermentation, why isn't beer or wine a deadly drink? First, brewers can control the fermentation process through their choice of equipment, the particular strains of yeast they use, and the temperature at which they allow fermentation to take place. Storing the fermented drink or aging it in oak casks, as winemakers do, causes further chemical reactions that can break down some compounds. I'm half listening to stream while gaming and just locked in upon hearing yeast farts. I love, because so many people put stream on in the background, right? I always think about how we, like, chat and I always say just the weirdest stuff, and it must be really distracting. I feel like when you're trying to do something, like, I don't know if my stream is particularly well suited to being background noise. I feel like we're too distracting. Some congeners inevitably remain, but they are present in such relatively small quantities that our livers are usually able to keep up. Anyone who has had too much wine has experienced a hangover caused, in part, by a buildup of these toxins that the body simply can't eliminate fast enough. The challenge of distillation then is to extract ethyl alcohol from a fermented mash similar to beer or wine, resulting in a higher alcohol spirit that does not deliver a concentrated dose of congeners. Fortunately, each of these compounds has a different boiling point, so the secret is to heat the mixture and separate out the unwanted molecules as they boil away. Ah, right, distilling is just a heating process. Light a fire under a vat of beer or wine, and the toxic fusel oils vaporize first. Evaporate. What am I saying? Distillers call this the head of the distillation. It smells like nail polish remover. At the Plymouth Gin Distillery, they recycle it as an industrial cleaner. Oh! Next, as the temperature continues to climb, comes the heart, the ethyl alcohol that is the goal of distillation. At the end of the run come the heavier molecules that contain additional toxins, but also some of the more flavorful compounds that make whiskey and brandy taste so good. This section, the tail, must be cut off as well, but distillers may leave a little in it to flavor their spirit. They're intentionally leave a little poison in as a treat. I respect it. I like that a lot. Cool. Knowing where to cut the heads and tails is the mark of a good distiller. Homemade moonshine, bathtub gin, and other such amateurish attempts at distillation can be fatal because these dangerous... when they were like, moonshine can make you go blind. It's because there's these kinds of toxins and they don't know how to remove them. Because distillation is such a tricky... Oh, it's all starting to make sense now. Cheaper mass-produced spirits may also produce worse hangovers if those toxins were not properly extracted or filtered out. Some liquors are double or triple distilled, meaning the heart is run back through the still to extract more heads or tails, and some, like vodka, are filtered through charcoal to remove the slightest impurity, leaving a clear and mostly odorless and tasteless spirit that is as close as possible to pure ethyl alcohol. Starting with head. I was about to say head and heart sounds like perfume. Yeah. Well, heart at least, for sure. Heart notes versus top notes and base notes for perfume. Okay. Let's end on this bugs one. Bugs in booze, a 6-legged yeast delivery system. Bugs in the brew. It is an age-old problem. Fermentation takes place in open tanks by necessity. Otherwise, the pressure from the carbon dioxide would build to dangerous levels. But when a vat of fruit juice or grain mash is left to brew in an old barn or warehouse, bugs will surely find their way in. This is not always a bad thing. Lambic brewers in Brussels realized that some of their best strains of yeast come from insects falling from the rafters. In fact, yeast produce esters in order to attract insects, hoping they will pick up the yeast and move it around. This makes bugs unwitting accomplices in the dance between sugar and yeast. You're telling me that bugs pollinate fermentation kind of like how bees pollinate flowers? I don't like that. I was gonna say I don't know how I feel about that. I've decided I don't like that. I wish I didn't know that. And yet now I am a knower. Now that I am a knower, I cannot be an unknower. Oh no. So when that tour guide was telling us in Brussels for the tour I was taking, when he was like, the beer is brewed in large open vats, open to the air, because that's where the natural yeast of the surroundings comes from. That's why everybody's beer tasted different, because the surroundings were a little different. The yeast was a little different. Included in the set of yeast that they were using to ferment, included within that set is bugs. Bugs, the yeast pollinator. I would have been very okay never knowing that, but now that I know it, I'm going to make it a personal goal to make sure that all of my friends will suffer with me. Now everybody must know. Every time I have a beer from now on, I will be telling people, did you know this might have bug yeast in it? I will make it everyone's problem. Why should I have to suffer alone? I think it just makes sense. I think it makes sense. I think I have to spread the gospel of bug yeast now. Now that we've been cursed with the ancient knowledge. Hit delete or share. Share. The delete button is grayed out, Glacier. It's not an option. Lambics are so good though. Yeah, they are. I also really like what are they called? Trappist beers, which I think also, did they originate in Belgium? I think they did. Trappist monasteries are a Belgian thing, right? Or at least they started there. I don't know. I don't really remember. I feel like that's what the tour guide said. All things I can Google, but honestly, I kind of just want to go to bed. Okay. How was that? Nice and comfy? Are we all ready for bed? Not the Australians. Are the rest of us ready for bedtime? The Australians and the Southeast Asians. Very much daytime for you guys. That's how we were able to have Corin today, though, so I'm happy about that. Yeah. I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping recently, actually, so I'm hoping that I feel pretty relaxed from that, except for unfortunately ending on the bug. Maybe we don't end on a bug fact. Let me find something sweet and wholesome first, so we're not dreaming. Birch. We'll end on birch. This is a good morning stream for me. Red Bull rots your teeth. Oh, doesn't Coke do that too? 2:42 a.m. Oh my god, Gamyeon. Nut. Herbs. Oh, the index looks really, really involved too. Look at that. Satisfying. Sugar maple. I just want eucalyptus. Yeah. This is a nice wholesome one. Except the trees. Did you know that? Did you guys know? When I learned this, it blew my mind. Eucalyptus trees spontaneously combust. Isn't that cool? Not ending street till we read something good. Exactly. I can't end on the bug note. It was both like mildly interesting and also mildly disturbing, like at the same time. What was it? Oh, two of my favorite subreddits back in the day when I was still active on Reddit. One of them was mildly interesting. The other one was mildly infuriating. Those are my two favorite subreddits, like of the standard set that are not like interest specific. I liked those two subreddits a lot. And there were often posts where I was like, this could have been cross-posted to both subreddits. That's what I feel about the bugs. They what? What do you mean they what? The bug thing, Gamyeon? But the koalas. Eucalyptus myrtaceae. By 1868, the Trefontaine Abbey near Rome was almost abandoned. The soil was depleted. The surrounding community deserted. Oh, yeah, they spontaneously combust. That's what combust. That's what Gamyeon was asking. I just realized what Gamyeon's what was about. Eucalyptus trees they secrete so much oil, and then the oil will heat up under I think in the sun. And then they just go boom. And it's actually in California, because eucalyptus trees are an invasive species here. In California, it's been such an issue. Eucalyptus trees have caused major wildfires in California from spontaneously combusting and exploding. And it's extremely explosive. It like projects really far. And so the fire starts in a really kind of large way. And so that's what makes it really hard to put out. So they are also poisonous to koalas and also their main food source. Wait, I'm sorry. What? Eucalyptus is poisonous to koalas, but it's the main thing they eat. How do they not die then? I would have just assumed they were poisonous to everybody but koalas. What? How does that work? Damn, that's wild. I know, right? Wait, spearmints glow? I didn't know that. YY. That's new to me. Okay. Malaria had reached an intolerable level. At that time, people still believed that malaria was caused not by mosquitoes carrying a parasite, but by something in the air. The word itself meant bad air in Latin. The monks hit upon an unusual solution to their problems. They planted stands of eucalyptus trees around the monastery. The fast-growing Australian tree, which after all smelled of medicine, would surely clear the air, rid the abbey of malaria, improve the soil, and give the monks some sort of crop with which to earn an income. They even made a tea from the leaves, which they believed would keep malaria away. Eucalyptus drugs koalas. They got high eating it. Wait, but they eat so much eucalyptus. It's like their main thing. So koalas are just high all the time? Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it? About koalas. I kind of love that. That's how I'm trying to be. That's not true, actually. But still, like, theoretically, that sounds fun. The American Medical Association ridiculed these efforts in an 1894 article titled The Passing of the Eucalyptus. It pointed out that malarial outbreaks had taken place since the trees were planted and scoffed at its reputed medical virtues. However, the monks were not entirely wrong. In 2011, an extract of Eucalyptus citriodora called Oil of Lemon Eucalyptus won approval from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention as a recommended mosquito repellent. Still, the monks were left to contend with thousands of eucalyptus trees that served no real purpose. Like any good farmers, they found a way to bottle their crop. Today, visitors to the abbey can pick up a bottle of sweet Eucalyptino del Tre Fontaine, a liqueur made with macerated eucalyptus leaves. That sounds really good. They also offer a bitter estrado de eucalyptus made with no added sugar and recommended for cold winter nights. Oh, like a little tincture. Eucalyptus might seem like a flavor better suited to cough medicine than liquor, but the cool note of menthol or camphor can help amplify woodsy flavors like pine or juniper. So what I'm hearing is good with gin. Because if you say juniper, I'm gonna think of what's the gin brand that uses juniper is called? No, isn't there juniper in all gin? I'm a fake gin fan. I don't even know this. It is used in bitters, vermouth, and gin. Oh, what did I say? Fernet Branca in particular is known for its powerful eucalyptus flavor. Eucalyptus has a long history. Oh, I was thinking of Beefeater. Beefeater has juniper's in all gin, says Sora. That makes sense. Beefeater had additional botanicals. I'm just forgetting what they are. TLDR, koalas eat their... Sounds like the tree I'm gonna plant for posterity. What, eucalyptus? Socrates? You want an exploding tree? You know what? Yeah. That does sound fun for posterity. Koalas eat their mom's poop to adapt to eating eucalyptus in their long digestive tract. Today I'm learning a lot today, guys. I'm learning. I came to the eucalyptus entry because I wanted to not think about bug yeast, and instead I'm thinking about koala poop. Which is it koalas that poop in cubes? Was that koalas? I feel like that was koalas. It was a marsupial of some sort on a tree, which feels like koalas. Like, anyway, yeah, why? It's Beefeater. It's Beefeater. You got me. Eucalyptus has a long history as an intoxicating substance in its native Australia. The cider gum eucalyptus E. gunni excretes a sweet, sticky sap that naturally ferments as it drips down the tree. As many as 4 gallons per day can flow from a single tree, and Aboriginal people make good use of it. In 1847, the British botanist John Lindley wrote that it furnishes the inhabitants of Tasmania with a copious supply of cool, refreshing, slightly aperient, I've never seen that word before, liquid, which ferments and acquires the properties of beer. Today, the Tambourine Mountain Distillery is winning awards for its eucalyptus gum leaf vodka and Australian herbal liqueur, both flavored with the leaves. Gin is basically a vodka with botanicals, juniper berries being the one required botanical. Oh, yeah, I just remember juniper being somewhat ubiquitous. I realize now it's not somewhat ubiquitous. It is like by definition in all, like this what defines gin. Okay, cool. And yet it's so much better than vodka. One berry making a big difference here. I'm sorry, that's my personal vodka opinion. I shouldn't force it on you guys, but honestly, I think vodka is so ass. Which I know you're hearing that from a tequila and gin drinker, so it feels like weird. But I just think vodka tastes so bad. It tastes like nothing. I would rather, it's like, you want to drink rubbing alcohol? Like, I don't understand. Gin and tequila have flavor. They can be both bad and good because there's a low floor and a high ceiling. Because the low floor is vodka. Vodka is the floor. You want to drink the floor. Anyway, I'm a vodka hater. It's good in like a few cocktails, and even then I prefer other spirits for cocktails. Anyway, bartenders are beginning to experiment with eucalyptus syrups and infusions, but it's important to note that only E. globulus, the so-called blue gum that is widely distributed in the western United States, is considered a safe food ingredient by the FDA, and it has only approved the use of the leaves, not the essential oil extract. Parrots! Drunk parrots. Good for making tinctures in it. Yeah, I use gin to make my tinctures also. And I obviously my infusions too. I mean, gin is just my favorite liquor, period. So I use it for everything. But the tinctures have been fun. I think I didn't understand what tinctures were for the longest time. And then when I finally took that, I called it my Druid Core workshop, that one like hippy dippy workshop I went to in the Esalen Institute last year. I came back and I had a whole stream telling you guys how it went. That was fun. It was a it was expensive, but it was fun. Our teacher explained to us why he does tinctures. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And I started doing them myself also. The general concept is tinctures are, you can use, is it glycerin instead? You don't have to use alcohol. Alcohol is a little more pleasant. And then he makes them, he'll pack it completely full, like a little tincture bottle with alcohol, the infusion of choice, and then like a ton of honey. And then filter out the infused ingredient and just keep the tincture after that. And then in a little dropper bottle, he'll just take a little dropper of it and put it like under his tongue whenever he feels like it. And we were like, what does it do though? Like, does it have, like, do you do that because it's like it's a supplement? Does it have nutritional quality? He's like, no, it's purely, for him, it's like this is going to sound really hippy dippy, so bear with me. For him, it's a practice of staying connected to the land. Which was just like a thought that I just found that a really like charming sentiment. I really liked that. I think my first reaction was, oh, that is some woo-woo bullshit. And then my second reaction was, but isn't that really charming? Isn't that really cute? Don't I really like that? Because he's like, this is, a lot of it was like these like native herbs that I foraged, or like I grew this in my garden and I made a tincture out of it. Oh yeah, I think vinegar would make a shrub instead. But I guess if you like ultra concentrated it, then it would essentially be a tincture. Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, it's the druidic arts of impact. Exactly. I felt very much like I was learning from my druidic teacher. So I came home and I made I think it was lavender. I just like lavender so much. I like went ahead and made a little lavender tincture, and I went through a little dropper bottle of it. I don't know how I feel about it still. It's like tastes so bad, It just tastes really bad. It tastes disgusting. Just like sheer concentrated lavender. But I just thought the sentiment was really sweet. I was just like, yeah, this is lavender I grew myself on the balcony. This is my connection to the nature that I cultivated, I guess. I don't know. The hippie equivalent of stimming with meaning. Yeah, something like that. I was like, this is a hippie practice I can get behind. Like, if anything, I feel like the hippies have, they're doing a lot of things right. So I want to learn from some of them. Not as against it as I used to be. I used to be like really judgmental about the hippy dippy types. And I'm like, I feel like you guys have, when people say to kill the part of you that cringes and like really lean into your most genuine self, I think the hippies are really good at that. And that's what makes me cringe a lot when I look at them. I'm realizing now that like if someone isn't at least a little bit cringy, I think there's something wrong with them. I think it's good for people to be a little bit cringy. It's good for the soul. So maybe this can be my cringe thing, is I make little tinctures and they're disgusting. They're so nasty, but I drink them. Bimbo Gooch, thank you for the stretch redeem. I'm going to do a little, or let's do, if you want to join me, please do. I'm making little arm circles. Try adding maple next time. I added honey instead. I added local honey, but I think maple is a good idea. Yeah, it'll have more flavor to it, at least. I make tinctures with vinegar, but it's usually for homemade cosmetics. Oh! I didn't know you could make cosmetic tinctures. So, like, you use them topically then? You put them on your skin? That makes sense. Holy shit, does that say I streamed 4 hours today? Is it midnight? I didn't mean to do that. I was like, yeah, and in my head, I didn't say it this time, but in my head, I was like, yeah, like a nice chill 2 hour stream. I'm not against it. If I really needed to stream, sure, I would have set a timer. But like, I was just like, I just miss chat. I've been away for so long. I just miss chat. I just want to catch up and hang out. I feel like we had a really quality hangout session today, so I don't regret anything. I'm just a little stun locked. Oh, you use it on your hair. Oh, right. Because I used to use apple cider vinegar on my hair back when I was using shampoo bars. Vinegar. Yeah, that makes sense. I got into vinegars because of shrubs, which was once again a cocktail thing. I got really into cocktails like 2 years ago. Never quite got out of it. It pulled me out of my wine phase, which I think was good. I think wine is more expensive. Cat lightning. Yeah. Oh, you're also West Coast? Okay. It's almost 3 a.m. for Steffi, though. I'm a little concerned for you guys, but you know what? You're mostly adults, so you can make your own decisions. Don't stay up too late. You guys don't infantilize me, so I won't infantilize you. I hope staying up to 3 a.m. is not a horrible decision you regret. Hope you had a nice time at SakuraCon. Can't wait to see you edit the photos you took next year. Why? The shade? You're absolutely correct. I didn't take that many. To be fair, this time I was mostly shooting video because of the Inertia music video, but I don't know when I want to release Inertia, so we'll see. Anyway. Oh, yeah, it does sound really hot where you are, Glacier. Oh, funny, because your name is Glacier. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out and catching up with me. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's nice and chill, which I realized I don't think I've done like just a calm, chill stream in a hot minute. Well, that's not true. We did that Shakespeare reading not too long ago. That was good. Okay, cool. Irresponsible, but this isn't outside of my normal schedule, even if I need to. Yeah, exactly. You guys are adults, mostly. I know we have some minors here. You guys are mostly adults. Careful. All right. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. Thank you all for joining me today. We had so many raids today, too, so I feel bad not raiding. We got Khan, we got Kip, and we got Milana. You guys were all really... I think we have a lot of people from your chat still here, so thank you guys for hanging out. Let's go... Oh, that's my own stream. Let's go harass someone. Oh, well, we will be streaming Minecraft this weekend, and Aqua is currently streaming Minecraft, so maybe we go bother Aqua. Oh, but Scooch is... Oh, but Humi... Oh my god, all my friends are live! Wait, everyone's streaming Minecraft. It's the sponsorship! We all took the sponsorship! We're all getting that bag. Hell yeah. Cool! You is doing a co-working stream. Oh, this is so hard. I don't know who to raid. Okay, let's do... Humi's doing a special event, so let's raid Humi. I'm actually... Honkai Impact 3rd fans? I don't know if this is a spoiler. Don't tell Humi, I told you guys. We're singing Moon Halo together. What? Who said that? What was that? I don't know what that... We're singing Moon Halo together. Weird. I feel like I hear voices. I'm hearing voices in my head. That's crazy. I was like, I don't know if it's a secret. Anyway, let's raid. Humi has a beautiful singing voice and a really just like calm, warming demeanor. So we're gonna go. Oh, I almost set a raid command YouTube side. We literally cannot do that. I will drop the Twitch channel in YouTube chat so you guys can join us. We have the raid set up. Twitch side. Thank you guys for joining me. It was really fun. I haven't done a late night stream in a hot minute too, so that was. Maybe we should do this more often. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to fix myself. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Good night, everyone. Have a good day. Yeah, please go say hi to Humi for me. Is that a grammatically correct? Yes. The me and Humi threw me off a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys for a nice, chill vibe and stream. Been a hot minute since we had a good one. See you guys next time. We're doing Minecraft, the sponsorship. Yeah, just get in the bag on Sunday. I'm gonna have Rin join me. So it'll be a fun collab stream actually. And I'm a total beginner who often cannot survive my first night when I spawn into Minecraft. So I think I'm gonna have Rin just observe for a while and then have her coach me so I don't die. It's a survival horror game, guys. It's hard. Okay, see you guys next time. Thank you for joining. Say hi to Humi for me. Bye-bye. Bye. I will only help when okay, yeah, we can do that. Bye.